Hello, everyone, or people watching on playback. Gomen Nasai for the late start, but we had some wrangling with loot and character advancement and stuff in the background. We are playtesting Stray Crows again. So people have been tweaking their characters a little bit because we want to test different parts of the system. So things may not be as they were last time, but I'm sure you'll cope with a lack of continuity. This is game development for you. I should note that we've made some sort of general playtesty changes since last time. I have updated the document for people who are beta readers and so on. Go and check the folder. So we're experimenting with fewer actions. So instead of having a maximum of 5 actions, the maximum is now 3 actions. So if you had 1 to 2 actions, now you have 1. If you had 3 to 4 actions, now you had 2. And if you had 5 actions, now you have 3. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure, but more than one person has brought it up, which seems like it's worth exploring. I've also rewritten the stealth rules to be a little bit clearer, though I think we were interpreting it right last time. And I have added the currency conversion information multiple times throughout the book so people can find it. We got one thing wrong last time, quite profoundly wrong. Chi bonuses to normal rolls. Unless it says spending a point of chi gives you +5, which it only does for certain specified capabilities. Otherwise, it's a 1 for 1, not 1 for 5. So there's that. And I added a little bit of information because I didn't want to add too much to the books as they stand in terms of raw content about death taboos in the various different religions of Japan at the time, how to cleanse things, lots of washing and salt involved generally, and added some social clarifications on rank that our base player was kind enough to put together. There will also be an added treatise on the production of rice, because rice is incredibly important and can also be used as currency. So I think we need to add a page or 2 explaining all that. I will have to cut it down from the information that we have, but I think it's so fundamentally important. It's a good idea to have it. Right, let's bring in the players, and then I will share the stream because I forgot to do that, and then we can get started. Does anyone want to briefly talk while I'm doing this about any changes they've made to their characters or experience that they gained?
Ohayou gozaimasu. So what I'm going to be focusing on to playtest is when we rolled up our characters, my character ended up like really, really positive in chi. So we're going to stress test chi. I'm going to go through the rules as we were talking about when can it be used and what kind of bonus does it give and see what we can do with it. That's what I'm focusing on today. And also we changed like the action turn. We resolved those issues with spell casting, so we'll see how that works as well.
Anyone else?
With the change to actions, you better make sure we all have that altered because I just heard about it now. So I know Donna didn't hear about it.
Yeah. Well, so everyone on your sheet, just quickly, 1 to 2 actions becomes 1 action, 3 to 4 actions becomes 2 actions, and 5 becomes 3 actions. It's the same for reactions.
Yeah. Personally, I think it would have been better if you had kept the number of actions the same and simply would have gave everybody 1 reaction to start. And then that means the top combined number would be the same as reducing it to 1, 2, 3. And same with the bottom number would be the same, but you'd have a better gradient in the middle. Because now you only have 3 steps. There's either 1, 2, or 3. Where it was nice when you had 5, but like the top end right now you're going to have 6 possible actions and reactions, where if you had it as 1 reaction plus 5, you'd still have 6 as the top possible number. Likewise, you'd still have 2 as the bottom lowest number with 1 action and 1 reaction. I just think that it would work better. Okay. Plus, the way you had the other one was a nice callback to the Bushido Zanshin numbers, because they were almost exactly the same.
It's the way the maths works when you're 1 to 20.
But anyway, I just thought I would mention that because I actually like that way of fixing it better. But
okay.
So,
but I do agree that there are too many right now, especially as the guy who's at the top of that list.
Just so you know, I mean, I've thought about this a lot, right? And for my comparison is I always look at what's the difference between the lightest weight wrestler and a heavyweight wrestler, and it's unbelievable the difference in speed. I think it makes sense real world simulationist, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the correct mechanic. Another thing so I just put up now, because I was the one that was talking about the +5 blah 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 Zanshin. That's what got twisted in my head. You can spend 1 chi to enter focused mindfulness, and then you add a combined attribute bonus of intellect, judgment, and charm.
Yeah, to whatever you're doing for turns while you've got Zanshin activated.
Right. So this is another. So my Zanshin is 10.
Yeah, so you can get really high bonuses so long as you've got chi to burn.
And I have 25 chi.
Yeah, so you have chi to burn.
It's like, yeah, right. So this is, again, playtest. Because, so I think one of the things I was noticing when we talked about this over the last week was the difference between the initial PC that I put together using the standard array versus when we rolled. And then what I've been looking at now is point buy.
Yeah.
And how to kind of min-max the point buy for things, for classes.
Yeah.
Can you put back up the link to the new book, to the update?
Yeah.
Because I have the previous one.
Hang on a second.
And I can't find the link. I just looked through Discord. I can't find it.
Damn it, wrong button. I will drop it in the private chat here. Padoink.
Thank you.
All right. So you've been wandering for about a week, living off the land, stopping off occasionally in villages. So we'll just keep your supplies and stuff as they are for now, because you've had chances to replenish or hunt game or whatever. Things have been largely uneventful. You have heard word that there have been several clashes between large armies upriver from where you were last time. So you've been heading away from that because large armies of angry samurai don't tend to cotton to wanderers too well. So probably best to stay away from that whole mess. Your recent wanderings have brought you down into a river valley, which has become a bit of a marsh and a swamp. There are reeds growing in massive stands, being harvested by the villagers, and there are plenty of rice paddies growing because it's pretty much like that already here. However, the village is still pretty run down, reminding you of the previous village that you were at. Things haven't been repaired or looked after properly in a little while, and the people there, they seem to have been winnowed out by something, much like the previous village, either famine or disease or aforementioned angry samurai. Maybe they've been through here. So before we go any further, though, before you go into the village, I want to briefly talk about the XP system, which we're bringing in a bit more today. So Mizukabari is the village. You've got a nice little rough visual there of approximately what it's like. So a few little boats, flat bottom boats for going around on the marsh, a torii gate that apparently leads out into the swamp, cluster of buildings, a few twisted trees. Down the bottom, there are the key NPCs that will be encountered in the village as just like a reminder to all of us. And in the middle are the experience cards. So everyone gets 1 XP right now, not to spend yet, but to have for participating in an adventure. Through the adventure, you can claim experience cards for yourself and only yourself by fulfilling what's on there in any way you like. Some cards might be more specific, others are more general. So in this one, we have morality, cover up or expose. So whatever is going on here, you can either help cover it up or you can expose it. Either way, you can claim an experience card and thereby an experience dice at the end of the game. The second experience card is life and death, and it says confront the enemy in its lair. So whatever is going on here, if you head into the lion's den and confront it directly, you can claim that experience card and an extra experience dice at the end of the session. And the last one is obligation, honor the dead. So if, assuming there are some dead here that need proper honoring in some way, if you can do that, you can claim that experience dice. In addition, you all get to set 1 experience criterion for yourselves. So something you might want to develop your character or something you want to explore in roleplay, you can set that for yourself and just scribble down a note somewhere and try to fulfill that during the game. But it's important to set that before the game. Necessarily know whether you'll have the opportunity. It could be things like seek romance, or it could be have a hearty feast, or it could be get drunk as hell, or it could be make lengthy devotions at the shrine, or have a duel, or seek a mentor or teacher, any of that sort of thing. So everyone have a brief think and jot down what your character's personal goal is. So the idea with these is that it gives the games master a way to nudge the game in certain directions if they want, or to force people to explore certain aspects of the scenario that you want detailed. A little bit of a nudge, but also an opportunity to encourage people to roleplay and stretch their wings a little bit, try a few different things. It's an idea I've had kicking around for a while. I made a deck of cards called meta cards, which is a sort of systemless version of this that you can bolt onto any other system. And you use the cards as prompts for people to roleplay them, to claim them, and use them for rerolls in that system. It's also partially inspired by the original Deadlands and Deadlands Wasted West, because the one thing I always thought was absolute genius about the way that game worked was that if you had a flaw on your character, like quick temper or something, normally in most games, if you have flaws, you conveniently forget them, and if the games master doesn't remember them, then they don't really count for anything. In Deadlands, you could say, oh, I have a quick temper, I get angry at this guy, and then you could claim some chips to spend for bonuses or experience later.
Yeah.
So it was a great great motivator for making players play their flaws, though it could get comedically weird.
A difference of those flaws and merits, as well as the paths in the old World of Darkness in Vampire the Masquerade, which many times the Chronicle did forget. The codes of the moral paths or the personality of a character, because it was fully under control of the player's agency and memory. So that mechanic in the old Deadlands was amazing.
Genius. Yeah. So I've kind of pinched it a little bit and tweaked it. So what have you chosen for your personal goals? Takahara?
I actually typed mine in there. Treat the ill and aid the wounded. And I mean for those we encounter, not ourselves.
Yep, that's a perfect one. Akemi?
Morality, because she has Nanban blood and she doesn't look like a native. So it's going to be a reference on the Bushido and the societal norms.
Okay. So if your part Gaijin nature and weird beliefs cause problems, then you'll be able to claim an experience die. Midori?
To find and gain more information, anything that can help us, gain more leverage on people.
Okay.
Whether good or bad.
So root out information by being sneaky.
Yes, pretty much.
Basically. You're a little bit muffled, but I think I can hear you. And Abe?
Cast a horoscope for an NPC.
Yep, that makes sense to me. All right. Yeah. So with all of that done, I'll leave this up for the moment while we make introductions, and I'll take it down later, and then I can bring it back up if we need it. All right. So you...
No, sorry.
Quick.
While you're going over stuff that were rules type stuff, one of the things I was wondering is with the chi, could we use chi to use our special class abilities more than just the once per session or once per combat or once per whatever? Because I noticed last game, although I had stuff that was appropriate, I refused to use it because I was holding on to it in case I need it later.
That sounds like a user issue.
No, but I meant I would have leaned on them a little more and actually taken advantage of the special class abilities if I could have spent a chi later to use it again when some other time I needed it.
I'll think on that. Send me a reminder note somewhere.
Yeah, and I thought that was a pretty good way to work it into the system without making it overpowered. You still have to blow your chi to do it. So
okay. Anyway, so it's a little bit before midday. You haven't had to stop for a meal yet. Down here in the valley, it's a bit sheltered. The direct sun doesn't quite beam down on you because the valley keeps a little bit of mist, and the midday sun is only just now beginning to burn it away. There are green shoots wherever there are bits of solid land, and the reeds are all growing rapidly as the season changes. The villagers, those of them that you can see, all seem fairly occupied, cutting and drying reeds, tending to the fields, all the kind of stuff that peasants do that is well beneath you, of course. But you do get the sense that something is off here, but you can't quite put your finger on it. As you descend towards the village, you pass the stone markers at its border, and then there are wooden bridges, piers, and broke bridges, and so on, leading out to the various small islands in the marsh that cluster around and make up the village itself. What do you want to do?
I so I feel uneasy about coming into this.
Yeah, the villagers seem beaten down. There's just something in the air about the place. Even the previous village that you visited, even though it had its troubles, people still held their heads up. Seemed to take a little bit of pride in the place, even though it was run down. Here, everyone just seems beaten down and sluggish.
Okay. So, and this is all swampy here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go around and see if anybody needs quote unquote help, and maybe I can earn their trust and get some
Okay.
information.
Let me see. Well, that's not very good. Sorry, it's a new dice and its surface is already wearing off. I'm annoyed.
Oi.
Brain, separate Jewish oi from British oi.
That's the problem.
It must
That's why they keep thinking you're a Hebe.
Because they say oi.
Because you do say oi, but you also every once in a while you say oi gevalt.
I do. I pick up straight slang from places.
Yeah. And that's the one that gets you.
All right.
That distinguishes between a Yiddish influence and a non-Yiddish influence.
I do have a big snout as well, which doesn't help. All right. Yeah, so Midori scurries on ahead, as is her wont. And you do find someone who seems to need help. There is a young woman with her clothes all hitched up and tied off around her waist, but she's crouched on all fours in the stinking marshy muck, reaching around for something, and seems quite frantic.
All right, I'll approach her and be like, "Hey, what are you looking for? I'll help you."
I dropped my sickle. It's very sharp. Be careful.
All right, I'm gonna help her look for her weapon, her sickle.
Okay. Are you using any particular technique, or are you just going to join her in the muck and root around?
I'm going to go in and kind of like use my sword to poke around. So I don't.
You're not a
reach and
samurai,
grab
so
it.
that's not dishonorable.
Hey, I'm a shinobi. I don't care.
Okay, that lets you root around without worrying about cutting yourself on anything. So add 2 to your judgment defiance and roll equal to or under it.
Okay. And sorry, I'm rolling 2
D20.
D20
equal to or under your defiance.
Well, I rolled a 1.
Okay, so that is very much a success. Okay, so you wade into the knee-deep, muddy waters, bubbles of foul gas bubbling up as you do so. You're about to reach for your sword to use it to root around in the muck when your foot taps against something by sheer luck, and you reach down and pull out the sickle. She all but faints into the marsh. So relieved she is that you got it, because tools like that cost a lot of money. Oh, thank you. And she bows several times, so deeply that she ends up splashing her face a little in the marsh.
It's no worries. No worries. Do you need help with anything else?
She glances around. The sort of momentary happiness that you returned the tool fades away slightly, and she says, maybe you should talk to the headman or the shrine keeper.
Okay. I will do that. You need nothing else?
No, I should get back to work. Thank you. Bows again and again and again.
I bow back and then, yeah, I walk up to find somebody else, like in our group.
Yeah. Okay, what were the rest of you doing while that was going on?
Continuing on into the village.
Okay. Well, no, it's obvious. You don't need to make any rolls or anything for that. As you pass by a couple of the huts and houses, you see that there are a lot of muddy footprints, maybe as you'd expect, around the doors. But there are also lines of salt that they have laid out across the edges of the doorways and other entrances to the buildings.
What's happening in the village? It's midday. Where is everybody? Is there a bustle about?
So almost everybody is out in the fields working. Let me just find. Okay. So the village, Mizukabari village, lies beside a long, slow river bend surrounded by rice paddies and marshland and divided by narrow dikes. The village is clearly dependent on the water, but there's a lot of biting insects and things in the air, so it's not a particularly pleasant place to live. The houses are raised slightly above the fields, with plank bridges over drainage ditches and bundles of rope hanging from eaves to keep dry. Rice seems to be the main harvest, but there's also evidence of smoked fish and sundry other trades like cutting the reeds for various purposes, like tapers and lamps and things like that. You would guess maybe it could support perhaps 180 people in numerous family households. There's no traveling merchants. You seem to be the only travelers that have come through at the moment. Further down the river past the village, there is a watermill. There is a slightly more impressive house all by itself on one of the little islands that looks like a small sake brewery. There are rope makers at several of the households because they use quite a lot of rope. There is a crude bathhouse shed with a couple of big barrels in it. You guess they like to wash off after being in the muck all the time. And one of the houses has a sign up marking that it is a place that peddlers and traveling merchants can stop and get a roof over their heads. So that's probably where you'll end up having to stay. But there's no tea house or way station or anything like that.
Okay. So as we look around, there's just a minimal of businesses. So I heard I heard a mill, and probably most of the rope making is internal. Fishing. Yeah. So how does the environment look? Does it look appropriate for the season?
Yeah, it's sort of mid-spring now. So there's no rice harvest, so the mill isn't turning at the moment. So the miller's probably sat out front just sort of watching the day go by, really. The rope makers work constantly. Most of those are sat out on low stools outside their houses working on the ropes. The sake brewery still seems to have activity in it, but you'd expect them to be working all the time, pretty much.
So what you said that triggered me that this train of thought was how ropes are hung under the eaves to stay dry.
Yes.
So that implies to me this is normally an incredibly wet, rainy, damp environment.
Yeah.
Is it that way now?
The waters are still pretty high. The springs have been coming up because it's spring. You don't think there's a water shortage?
Okay. Doesn't look like. All right. Excellent.
They look a bit behind in their rice planting. You would have expected them to be further on than they are.
Okay. Well,
anyone else?
How do the people look? Are they healthy, sickly?
Do you want to make a medicine roll to try and sort of diagnose?
Mm-hmm.
So 2d10.
2d10.
2d10 because you're unrushed. Yeah.
Total 16.
Tired mostly. They have heavy bags under their eyes. Their eyelids are drooping. They're lethargic and seem weak. One of the rope makers has fallen asleep midway through one of his ropes.
So one of the things I was considering, especially with this kind of character, is at the beginning of each session to cast lots of some sort. Just as a general, this is what the forecast is, kind of the omens of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So let's assume I did that. And I cast the sticks.
Okay. Are you doing it as a spell, or are you using the more skill-oriented version?
The skill-oriented version. Right.
Okay.
Not destiny and divination.
All right. So 2d10.
Oh shit! Where's my? Boom, boom, boom. Sorry.
Sorry.
I had it right there in front of me and move stuff around. Oops. Come on, file. Thank you. So, all right, where's my skills? Shit. Here we go. So it's 10 plus 4.
Okay.
14.
Okay. So that will give you a small amount of information. I'm just figuring out what it should be.
So why don't you just use one of the tables?
Because that will be largely random. I want to keep it slightly more focused. Oh. Okay. All right. You toss lots and reference your copy of the Chinese I Ching and get hexagram 24, return, or fu. Specifically, the return of what was buried, denied, or left unresolved.
Well, that's Nice and generic.
It is. That's fortune telling for you.
I know. Okay.
And that subdivides into two other sub meanings: thunder within the earth, and return brings success if acknowledged early. Refusal to correct mistakes leads to disaster.
Ooh.
So this suggests that there is trouble beneath the tired but seemingly pastoral calmness of the village. So something is buried, either literally or metaphorically, and if something is not done, then disaster will follow.
Yes. So now that we are in it, looking around,
I presume you're going to come back together and share your information with each other.
Well, I'm just going to assume that I started the day. This is like something I do myself. It's a self ritual every morning, just to help me be aware of what the day is going to be like. I always cast the lots, right?
Yeah.
So given that, I turn to our silent ranking member and do you care if we go find a place to rest for the evening, or do you feel the need to stretch your legs, honored samurai?
That's you, Akemi.
He's forgot where his mute is again.
Well, no, I didn't forget this because I'm multitasking in the background. Anyways, Kemi is basically waiting for Midori to report, and also she approaches Takahara and asks him, doing hand gestures, as she is a woman of few words, if this may be product of supernatural forces.
I just see people that are
after
tired.
hearing the predictions from the I Ching that Abe did, if Takara, being a man of enlightenment, if he can figure it out, if this is something natural as malaria, malnutrition, etc., or something coming from forces from beyond the veil.
Well, like I said, so far I only see some tired people. Maybe their lord is working them too hard.
The miller has picked his way up out of his seat and has come wandering down the piles, and that to you, looking past you at the horse laden down with goods as it is. He bows slightly and stumbles. You think he's been day drinking. So, you peddlers, you seem a motley assortment.
No.
You realize Akemi, that he just insulted you.
Obviously, I wasn't referring to the honored samurai, and now that he's taken a proper look at Akemi, he's like staring at her.
She basically behaves in a very stoic fashion, but internally is murdering the man.
Do you have anything to sell? Or do you wish to buy some rope, perhaps? Or some fine reeds? Smoked fish?
Is that all the commerce that happens here?
We also sell sake I prefer to keep that to myself. He laughs and takes a swig from a sake bottle.
That doesn't seem very hospitable.
I make mochi at the mill as well. And he mimes pounding the rice with his sake bottle in his hand, spills some and licks it off his hand.
But to answer your question, no, mostly we're just traveling through.
Looking to spend a little coin, perhaps? The sake is very good. We can give you rice and fish and fresh bamboo shoots to eat.
we need to find a place for the evening, and I'm sure my friends here, since they don't fast with me, they'll want something to eat and drink.
We do not have an inn, but there is a house given over to wandering peddlers and the such, and we do have a bathhouse.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Please, I'll take you to the peddler's hut. And he staggers and swaggers. You get the impression that he thinks he's like a big man around here because he owns the watermill. So he probably is actually, relatively speaking, quite wealthy and powerful. He leads you to the peddler's hut, and very carefully and in an exaggerated fashion, because he's half cut, he steps over the ring of salt outside the doorway and opens the sliding doors up for you. Come in.
So before I go in, I'm going to take a nice thorough look at what I'm seeing as far as these circles, the salt, and do I see anything else that would indicate why they are there? What are they designed to address?
Can you make a judgment defiance roll, please?
Judgment defiance. Ooh, that's a D20. Roll low.
Yep.
Where'd you go? There you are. And 1.
It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? Okay. You pause at the edge of the salt and look down and consider the building. The salt is definitely intended to be a protective ward. There's also a few grains of sticky rice mingled in with the salt, but not much of it. There are very wet, very muddy footprints that have left almost like muddy imprints because so much mud has been tracked out onto the boards. But most of them, the vast and overwhelming majority of them, stop at the line of the salt and do not cross it.
Oh, interesting. And does it look like that they just stop but don't turn away?
It looks like whatever was here stood at the edge of the salt line, sort of paced backwards and forwards a lot. There's a lot of dragged footsteps. And then at some point, they must have gone away because there is some footprints leading away, but not many, and there's not as much mud on those. But you criticaled. So, yeah, a bunch of people in bare feet walked through the mud, came up to the doorway, sort of hung around there for a long time, shuffling around, and then left.
But they never went into the door?
They never went in.
All right. So I will carefully enter the building.
So he's flipping over some of the tatami mats to make them a little bit fresher for you. He slides open a couple of other exterior doors to let the air come through a little bit because it is quite heavy and damp in here. He lights a lamp, and there's quite a strong, pungent herbal smell that comes off the lamp, but it seems to be driving off the midges and skeeters, so that's nothing to complain about. There's firewood just out back if you need it. There's some more lanterns and some oil in the side. If you want some food, just ask just about anybody. Offer them a few coins, and they'll rustle you up something.
Where is the local shrine?
The shrine.
I would
afraid.
like to.
I'm afraid we don't particularly have one anymore. We kind of have one. If you want to visit, you're more than welcome. But it's a bit of a trip. If you
What does that mean?
well, it's difficult to get there at the moment. If you head out on that pier and go through the Torii Gate, there are stepping stones, but they're just under the surface of the water. Keep going. You'll have to wade through a reed bed. It's partially cleared, and then there's a small island in the swamp, and the shrine is on there.
Thank you. I appreciate those clear and concise directions.
We see Aninobu's face go, not a chance.
Did you catch all that, Midori?
Sounds like a simple walk to me.
Sounds like it to me too.
Well, if you need anything else, I'm at the mill. I don't have to work at this time of year, so I'm usually free. But if you need anything, just ask anyone, really. Enjoy your stay in our humble village. He bows and backs out of the doorway.
Okay. So at this point, I will reveal what I have uncovered in my examination coming into the building. And I will also reveal my morning's premonition with hexagram 24. So, I am concerned about what's happening. I have an obligation to honor the dead, and the fact that the shrine is apparently in disrepair must be addressed.
So you all are thinking it, right? Is this place haunted? Yes. Yes. No.
I'm laying out what I have to do, and I'm asking, I guess, at this point, are we in agreement that this needs to be done? This is the honorable thing to do. We have an obligation to fulfill and make sure that each kami and shrine is maintained throughout the land. Well, I also happen to be, just as an aside, I mean, this is like, I'm out on the road because this is what my master has commanded me to do, is ensure that everything that's necessary for easy resting dead and supplicated kami is happening.
We don't actually know there's anything the matter, though, because no one's went there.
Right. We just know, well, from that conversation, things aren't right. He was pretty clear.
It's just difficult to get to because there's a swamp in the way. That's why he never said there was anything wrong with it. He just said it was difficult to get to and described how to get to it.
So, sure.
The only thing we have that we know of is what he said. The only thing we know of is that the people here are tired, and that your premonition tells you that there's something the matter. So we could go check.
The evasiveness of discussing the shrine was very concerning.
Well, to be fair, one of the villagers, he told me to either talk to the man of the place or this shrine keeper? And if the shrine is in the middle of a swamp, where's the keeper?
Yeah, why didn't this Miller immediately offer up to just talk to the shrine keeper? See, that's what I'm suspicious about.
We'll just walk up there and find out. It's just a walk away.
It's a hop, skip, and a jump away.
I agree. Somebody can do that. Absolutely.
Just not you.
Correct.
It sounds messy.
Not the person who wants to honor the dead, who doesn't want to go in the shrine. I get it. I see.
I'm honoring the dead by investigating, and the first stage of this investigation is finding someone to go and physically reconnoiter, the word I want. Reconnoiter, thank you. The layout of the shrine and report back so that we can come.
I get it. I got it too. No worries.
So before you go, I'm going to give you a little a fuda. That'll give you +2 on your sneak ability and stuff like that. Let me grab it here real quick.
Midori, I'll walk down there with you.
Sure.
It's called Kichiji Fuda Lucky Hour Talisman. So, yeah. The bearer gains +2 once to travel timing, stealth approach, paperwork, arrival timing, parley timing, ambush positioning, or avoiding a badly timed interruption. This does not normally boost attack rolls unless timing is the main issue. And it has a difficulty of 10 and just costs 2 chi. And I get a plus, which one is this? Yeah, I get a +6. And so 12 + 6 is 18. So it works.
Okay. So you grab some paper, fold it in the appropriate ways, write the sigils on it, and hand it over. All right. So it's Midori and Takahara that are heading out into the swamp. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, it's early afternoon when you head out. You take the bridge as far as it can go. Then you have to get across the stepping stones, which are partially submerged. So can I have an athletics roll from each of you?
Yes.
2d10 because you can take your time with it.
17, 18, 23.
Mm-hmm. No problem at all. And Midori?
14.
14. Okay. So you two start making your way from one stone to the next. Midori slips on the rock and plunges into the water, only to emerge a couple of seconds later, covered in leeches. Lose 1 point of health.
Yeah.
I just kind of laugh it off, go, hey, I heard these were healthy, as I'm losing 1 health.
Just let one dissolve under your tongue. Yeah, getting them off, you can either wait till they are full and drop off naturally, or if you want to, or if you want Takahara to start a little fire or something, he can get them to let go by burning them.
Yeah, you can also put salt on a leech; it comes right off.
Yeah,
and it makes them
God.
tastier.
Oh my god, is that why there's salt in front of the doors? They're having a big leak problem?
I mean, these aren't that big.
Yeah, these ones aren't. You never know.
Well, let's get out of the water first and get to the shrine, and then we'll take care of your leeches.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna wade through the water, get back on the stones, go to the shrine.
All right. As you get presumably closer to where the shrine is, the humming of insects gets louder and louder until there's what almost looks like a black curtain of midges buzzing and hovering between you and the shadowy shape of what you presume must be the shrine. But you're going to have to get through these bugs somehow.
Sounds like black fly season. You guys are Canucks, right? You got black flies this time of year. The worst.
We do.
So I used to spend summers in the Western Isles of Scotland, and it's all peat bogs all the time, and lochs. So there's a lot of midges, and midges normally aren't that much of an issue, but these ones bite.
That's a black fly. We call them black flies.
And they're tiny, but there's so many of them. It's just horrendous.
Some places they call them no-see-ums.
Well, I do live nearby an artificial lake. So when the Tom Howell doesn't want to spend budget in pest control, you can, well, basically cannot see beyond them when you walk on the green areas of the park near the lake. So yeah.
So how do you guys want to?
What a lovely time of year.
I have an idea.
Okay, what's your idea?
How first? What height are they flying at? Are they flying at about our height?
It's probably a living wall of midges and biting insects about 3 meters tall.
Okay, so it's a little taller than we are, but not overly. Take out the coarse blanket and get Midori. Okay, let's each hold an end of it. We'll make a forward leap and bring it down over them, squish them to the ground, and then we can just stop them dead.
Oh, that's probably better than my idea. I was gonna.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking you were gonna do at all.
I was gonna like see if you had
like
some alcohol.
Basically, like a giant parachute, right, coming down across the top of them.
Yeah. What was your idea? Were you going to get more leeches on you? Then the midges would see that the leeches are already biting you and get angry and start a war between the midges and the leeches.
You know what? That's probably a better idea than my idea. I was just gonna spit alcohol and then set it on fire, like you know.
Oh God.
Okay,
that's never
fire. Literally,
never a bad idea in a role-playing game to set shit on fire. What I thought you were going to do was take the blanket and cover yourself with it and run through the midges.
Yes, but then they still might get us, and they're still there. This way, you get rid of them.
No, it's a wall, dude. It's like.
Well,
not
we got now, like 20
have you seen what a cloud of biting flies looks like? It usually is pretty compact, and it is literally a cloud.
Sometimes it's like 20, 30 feet long. Thick.
It can be, but he didn't say that. That's why I asked how big it was. What the hell do you think I just asked
He said a wall 3 meters tall. He didn't say how thick it was.
You can try your plan. Let's see how it works out. Okay. Can you both?
First, what? I want to do it's called battle chant, but I can do it by exhortation prayer or whatever. I want to use that to give a prayer of good luck for us. It gives us +4. So that's my once per scene.
All right. So take your endurance defiance, add +4 to it, and add another one for smart use of the blanket. So add 5 to your endurance defiance and roll equal to or under it.
20, right?
Yeah.
2. 2 under, total of 15.
I hope these low rolls continue when it comes to having to roll high.
Well, that's the only low roll I've had so far. Well, I've only had 2 rolls, so.
And Midori?
Mine is.
Remember to add 5, so. Do your defiance.
I rolled a 15. 5 25 plus which one? Sorry, I'm at.
Your endurance defiance.
What's 15 plus 14?
So she had 19. She's rolling.
Right, so you're okay then. All right. So with the blanket, you barrel through the midges and biting flies. The blanket catches a load of them and keeps them down long enough for you to get past. But more insects fly up in your aftermath and cover the path. But you'll pass them.
Wow.
A short distance further, another walkway rises up out of the marsh water, though it's a bit waterlogged and rotten. But you're able to hop along there, no problem. There's a small rounded island sticking up out of the marsh here, surrounded by reeds on all sides. There are stone steps leading up to what was once a shrine building and is now a few blackened stumps of wood sticking up out of the dirt and scattered rocks. There is a blackened frog statue, which presumably is the local kami. You can also hear someone quietly weeping.
Well, let's approach the shrine.
I am going to take out my sword and get defensive while walking. I hear that weeping.
Okay.
I'll touch nothing. I'll touch nothing.
Okay. You part the reeds and you follow the steps up. There's a couple of twisted bog trees at the top, which give a little bit of cover to where the shrine used to be. Yeah, the shrine is burnt up and hollowed out, and it looks like someone has been staying here. There's a tatami mat that's starting to go moldy under the shade of one of the trees. There's signs of a little campfire as opposed to the fire that burnt out the shrine. Yeah, it's a sad little spot, and the statue of the frog kami is blackened and sooty, and when something gave way, it tipped it partially onto its side. Someone has done their best. There's some flowers and a few berries around the foot of the kami statue. There's also some shattered clay. Can you both make judgment defiance rolls, please?
Yep, I made it. It's
Okay.
not any good, but I made it.
And Midori?
It's brutal because I got 12 too. Still was nowhere in the ballpark.
I got 23.
No, you didn't.
Defiance and
You gotta
Judgment
roll the
defiance
D20
equal to
under
or
your
under.
defiance.
what am I rolling?
D20 equal to or under your endurance defiance score.
Oh.
That's that number in square brackets.
Yeah. Sorry, I rolled 13, and
Okay.
my brackets is 14. So
Okay.
I keep adding them. I don't know
Okay.
why.
So ground into the dirt and ashes. Midori sees that someone had some heathen idols here that shouldn't have been here at this shrine. Takahara notices the same thing, that he recognizes that they were little statuettes of the Buddha. What that's doing at a Shinto shrine, you're not entirely sure.
I noticed that with my roll. I failed like badly.
I thought you said you succeeded, but not very well.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I said I made a roll. It's not any
Okay.
good, but I made a roll.
I misheard you. All right, you don't notice anything then.
The same way that you had made it, but
No. I meant I made the
That's
roll.
how I
I rolled the
interpreted it.
die.
It's fine.
But the
It's
die
fine.
was bad.
Forget what I just told you. Wait, where's my flashy thingy?
Blink.
And you can both still hear the weeping.
Okay, sorry. I saw what?
Someone had brought heathen idols up here that weren't Shinto ones.
Well,
They're all smashed and wrecked, but
so I'm gonna point that out because I don't want to touch that. I don't know what they exactly are.
okay. As
I'm
as
sure
far as
he-
Takahara is concerned, it's just like broken pottery. Yeah, he probably agrees with you. They are some kind of evil black magic shenanigans or something. You're going to have to do penance for not recognizing the Buddha.
Well, if she points it out, maybe I notice it then.
No.
Okay, so maybe if we clean up the area, it would.
Okay,
Do
well,
something.
first let's see who's
And then-
crying.
That's a good instinct to clean up.
Do we have to?
Okay, so I look around for who's crying.
Okay, I'll go with
Okay.
defensive.
It's a small island, so it doesn't take you much time to find them. You find the Shrine Maiden sat on the shore in her mud-stained kimono, clutching her ritual staff and just kind of weeping into her hands. There's a small flat-bottom boat just tied off to a stake here as well. And surrounding her are a couple of knives, a couple of pots of rice, a few bits and pieces. It's clear that she's been living out here. There's a broom, but it doesn't seem to have been doing her much good. She's been trying to cut some wood, but she doesn't have an axe. She's only got knives. And she's been chipping away at this log for a long time, it seems, and hasn't managed to split it. And she isn't even aware that you're there yet, even though you haven't exactly been hugely stealthy. She's just sat on the shore, weeping into her hands. She looks a bit young, even to be a shrine maiden.
Well, walk up to her. Are you okay?
She jumps at your voice and gives a high-pitched squeak. Not even a squeal, really. Then she seems to realize that you two aren't here to kill her or anything. And clutching her chest, she tries to catch her breath. Let's put some of my Japanese cultural studies into practice, shall we? Okay. Oh, I didn't think anyone would come up to the shrine.
We heard you're having problems.
She nods mutely and points her finger back up to the shrine. I don't know how I can fix it.
What happened?
There was a fire some while ago now. There were no other shrine keepers. No one's come to take care of it, so the villagers chose me, and I'm doing my best, but... And she starts crying again.
Well, we can see what we can do about it. Are you okay, though? You seem to be living it rough out here.
It's hard. Not many people come out to visit, and nobody helps. And it's scary at night.
Well, let's see what we can do about your shrine first. Midori, let's walk down and see what we can do about it.
Okay.
So I look at the shrine.
Yeah, it's wrecked. The old timbers are no good for anything. They're all blackened and burnt. A lot of the stones could be recovered, but they're blackened from the fire. The statue could probably be righted if you two work together to lift it and slide it back into place. And then she shouldn't have any trouble scrubbing it clean. But yeah, this is a job. It would take a good amount of proper tools, manual labor, and cut planks and everything to get this back into some sort of worthy standing.
Oh, I see now. We should have brought that rope when we had the chance.
Yeah.
We were offered rope.
Never pass up a rope.
Pass. Noted. So, you want to try and lift this thing, or what do you want to do? You're the mom.
I think we can lift it, but the problem is if we don't have the wood to repair it, it won't be much of a point.
Well, let's stand
We
it
can go
up.
back to the town and get what we need.
Okay.
I'm sure they have a little boat we can bring around as opposed to walking through the midge flies again.
/ leeches.
Oh, we need to take care of those still.
It's okay. I made new friends. What are you talking about?
It's okay, she says, white as a ghost, pale, falling over.
Can I make a medicine check to apply some salt and get the leeches off?
Getting leeches off, you don't. Yeah, you can manage. It's not really a problem. If you want to go back to town, she says, I have a little boat. I could take you.
Okay. Well, why don't we head to the town and the rest of my party, we can figure out a way to get the things we need to fix the shrine. You need planks, and we need something to clean the stones and right the statue.
Okay. Yeah. So you get into the little flat bottom boat, and she'll punt you back to the village without too much trouble. While they were gone, what did Akemi and Abe get up to?
Well, I am... All right, so there's the drunk miller. There's people sitting around making rope. There's a small island where sake production is happening. Were there any other business or, official looking buildings? I don't recall.
So there's the little bathhouse.
But that's a public thing. It's not. Yeah. It's not a. I mean, at a village this small, is that a separate business, or is that like
it's not really
that's always happening?
It looks like it's a communal thing, because no one can afford to have their own. So,
Right. So rope, bathhouse. That's it.
Rope, bathhouse, sake, mill, lots of rice paddy workers, and somewhere there will be a village headman, because there always is a village headman.
Yeah, I was so that's why I was wondering if the miller was or just pretending or acting as if he were the headman. Okay. I am looking for the appropriate spot to set up where it's dry enough that I can no, I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to take a little wander out and look for the village headman. Would you care to join me, Honored Samurai?
No. I want to check the sake factory or brewery first, and then the bathhouse.
It's a brewery.
The sake factory is very satisfactory.
Yeah, well, sorry.
It's fine. Okay, well, as it turns out, the headman is at the sake brewery. He's not drinking, but he's just there.
Oh,
keeping an eye on things, apparently.
so it's on an island. I go down to the pier and look. And
There's a bridge across to it, so it's like a cluster of islands with buildings on, and then they've got bridges and piers and things that you can walk across. So yeah, he's sat outside the brewery. The head man. It's not much to tell him from anyone else here, apart from he's not working. He seems older, which is possibly why he's not working. He has very thin, very white hair. He's constantly swatting at insects with his fan.
Mm-hmm.
And has quite a sort of severe but calm expression, like he disapproves of everything.
Excellent. Well, I disapprove of this place with all the bugs, so I put on a similar face.
Yeah, similar because he's using that one.
Right.
Okay, so the honored samurai was with you as well. So of you two, who has the highest rank?
Oh,
Well, I do only because I'm better looking.
Well,
that's
that
the truth.
helps.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your standing? Who's got the highest standing? That will
He has
be
the higher
Kemi.
standing.
Okay.
I didn't get that in my character sheet yet.
I know. He has the higher standing.
Okay. All right. So one of you roll 2d10 and add your rank. Whoever's the highest total rank, actually.
Okay.
So that'd be me. And that is 7 plus 7, 14.
Okay. Yeah, and that actually kind of makes sense because you're like an assistant to all these posh people. All right. So as you two approach, he sort of leans, takes a look at Akemi, takes a look at you. The travelers.
Yes. We
Greetings.
are the travelers. We are here at the behest of my lord to survey the island and report back. Since the incident, what do we call it again? The Comet Night?
I forget what I called it. The Calamity, I think.
Yeah. So since that evening, since that fortuitous omen, I have been directed to investigate the lands and inquire to any spiritual or ceremonial ritual incongruencies or anything that should be brought to the attention to the Daima.
I see. Does something ail your friend? They look very pale.
Which friend?
I'm perfectly fine. Thank you for your concern.
You look unwell. We have
My
many
friend has
medicinal...
been gifted by the kami.
He seems not entirely sure, but yes. So you've been sent to see if anything is wrong, I take it?
To observe, to inquire, to investigate, and report back, and take any corrective measures as necessary So, as we've traveled this land, this wandering path that's led us here, we've noticed a miasma, a weight upon the soul of the people. And as we came through your village, we noticed harvest is very late this year, or planting is very late this year, and the spirits of the people seem very low. And one of the things that we noticed the most was people seem to be poorly fed. Is there a problem in your village, Headman?
We have plenty of food, fortunately. Others around us are not so fortunate. Since the calamity, the insects that plague us most years have been a true plague. They have bred in such vaster numbers that we don't know what to do. Our normal herbal remedies that we use to keep them away do work, but only to a limited extent. Some people believe it's caused by evil spirits. But, well, it is fortuitous that you're here, but our Lord's tax collector is due any day now for the last of last year's harvest to feed his soldiers. But we should still have plenty. But the authorities will... What do I believe? Our shrine burnt down, and ever since we've been bedeviled with bad luck.
So you believe that is the cause of... So why hasn't that changed? Why haven't you repaired your shrine?
It's planting season, and the place has had an ill aspect to it ever since it burnt down. We've placed a new shrine maiden. She will clean it up and get things back in order. We'll be able to aid her once the planting is done. But until then, we're all busy and bedeviled by bugs at night.
What ill-conceived thinker believed that not balancing the obligations to the kami first would not lead to a better outcome of the planting and season?
He arches one bushy eyebrow and sort of looks you up and down. I can see you're a man concerned by spiritual matters, but in our lives, the body must come before the spirit. The needs of the living must come before the needs of the dead. All those.
And where has that led you?
Well, we will finish the planting on time. We're just a little behind.
What would it take to convince you that you're wrong?
He strokes his thin white beard. About what exactly?
That your lack of performing the proper rites, ceremonies, and rituals so that the kami, who, for I'm guessing at this point, generations, have blessed your village with growth and prosperity, and now you've neglected them, and in that neglect, it is reflected in the physical manifestation of your infestation.
If, say, some wealthy strangers were to come through our village and assist in restoring the shrine while we're all busy, and should that result in some dramatic change in our fortunes, then perhaps I might be persuaded.
So you depend upon outsiders to do what is the responsibility of a headman, to make the hard decisions, to take care of the overall health, not just the physical health. of the village.
My
Are
lord,
you
the concerns of
really
us.
capable of doing this job, or have you just found yourself in the position because no one else was willing to tell you otherwise?
My lord, you are of such refined station that for you to understand the lives and the necessities of us peasants is like a man trying to understand the ways of an ant. All I can say is that the rice must be planted before and above everything. I look at the plight of the other villages around us as they starve, and that we have weathered that storm well enough. And I thank the gods and the kami that we have managed to survive, but we've done so by planting the rice.
I'm done. I turn my heel and walk away.
Does Akemi want to press anything?
No, the testimony of the breweries. Oh, he's also the miller, or and the
He's not the brewer. He's his own guy.
Okay.
The brewer is the woman here.
Okay.
Oriku.
All right. No, and Akemi just is content with the testimony he or the report he has given. So she heads to the bathhouse and get more information on the current state of the village.
They ask you for a couple of copper coins if you're going to have a bath.
Oh no, I'm not going to have a bath at the moment. I just want to make a few questions regarding the health of the patrons that come here often.
Well, there aren't really any staff because it's a communal thing, and the people that would be running it are out planting at the moment. So, looking around the bathhouse,
someone to come in and fire up the wood burning and to get that water hot. I mean, I'm sure there's someone whose job it is to be the first one to leave the field to make that happen.
And there's probably fights over who does that, but they haven't left yet, and they're not there yet. However, so there's a couple of big cauldrons outside on fireplaces, fire pits, ready to be warmed, already filled with water. There are bundles of local herbs and so on that have the same pungent smell as the lamp, so it probably keeps insects away. There's also an almost empty bag of salt tucked away in the back of the bathhouse.
All right. There is anything out of the norm with the cauldrons? The herbs?
No, nothing particularly out of place with them. No.
All right. Well, then I will wait for Takahara and Midori to come back and basically take a bath all together to take a look on the other city or all the other villages of, and see if there is anything out of the norm.
Okay. Well, everyone who takes a bath can restore a point of spare chi if they've spent one, and regain 1 point of health if they've lost one.
All right.
You all swap your intelligence that you've discovered with each other, and Osuryu, the shrine maiden, stands outside the bathhouse looking away and blushing a lot.
Oh.
Because she brought them back.
Right. I was like, wait, she's still. Oh, right. That's why she's there.
Okay, so let's go over the intelligence real quick so everybody we have it all together at one time.
So we know that the shrine is burnt. Do we know when or why?
It's a cool fan. Nope, just that it burnt and a lot of it's damaged. There was, what was it? Heathen looking pots or things.
Broken pottery that looked to be like heathen statues or figurines or something.
Understood. And then what? I'm sorry. What's the girl's name? The shrine maiden.
Let me just make sure I've got it right. Utsuyu.
All right. Oh, Utsuyu.
Utsuyu. Yeah, which is what Japanese lawyers say to people.
Utsuyu. And she's a young girl from the village
That became the shrine lady.
And what do we know about the rest of her family?
Nothing.
Okay.
Grim. While they're playing in the bathhouse, I'm proceeding to see if I can find some planks in town. I stop at the rope makers and say I need some rope to fix your shrine. And I'm just getting on with it.
Okay.
All right. We also know that the miller is a drunk. And the head person is an idiot.
There's leeches in the water.
Yeah. The insects became a plague after the shrine burnt.
Yeah, this place is haunted. So go on.
Haunted? Why do you say it's haunted?
Just a feeling. I know haunted when I feel it.
Okay, so we've got a feeling of hauntedness. Do we know why the planting was delayed?
Probably because of the fire.
Why is planting delayed? We have been told the tax person is on the way.
Oh, maybe
And
this
that, so they have been able to not dip into the taxes. That's why everybody is malnourished. That's my guess.
Maybe this is all a ploy to get out of taxes. Who knows?
Oh no, they don't. You don't get out of taxes. That doesn't happen. There's something else that I feel like I'm missing.
No, I think you got it. I'm ready to go.
Oh, DM, can I make a some sort of defiance check to see if I've forgotten anything?
I don't think you've forgotten anything. So the roll would be kind of pointless if I did.
I just want to make sure. That's all. I'm just verifying.
You know, there's salt across all the doorways.
Right, salt footprints.
Yeah. Was there anything else? Everyone looks tired.
I know what we need to find out. Was this the only building that has that with the salt and the footprints? Other buildings, because they all have salt around them.
Yeah. And they all have the footprints.
Wow.
So for Takahara, getting the materials to repair the shrine will cost about 50 silver pieces. And yes, they're ripping you off.
Okay, so they have no materials in town for themselves?
They do, but they're only willing to sell them to you for a total of 50 silver pieces for everything that you need. If you were in a city, you'd expect to pay maybe 15 for raw materials. If you wanted all the materials and expert craftsmen in a city, it would cost you about 3 gold.
Good.
And if you were back in your temple, everybody would volunteer their time, effort, and materials to correct the problem with a shrine.
So I'll go find their headman while they're again talking.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still sat outside the sake brewery. When he sees you approach, he sort of takes you in, and for a moment you see a sort of scowl cross his face.
Your shrine has been damaged, burnt to the ground. We need timbers. We need timbers.
The magician told me about his concerns.
Yeah, he never actually went there though. His hands are too velvet to get dirtied.
Whereas you're one of these Buddhist warrior monks?
I'm a monk. I don't mind working on the shrine. I mean, I grew up Shinto too. We all change at one point. I don't mind doing the work, but I don't have money for to buy the supplies to fix your own shrine. Can you please get them to give me the supplies I need, and I'll lug it up there and start to work?
Do you have enough giri to cover it?
I don't know what it'd come to. I have 13 giri.
That's the equivalent of 13 silver pieces. So no, not really enough.
All right, because I tell them, if you don't want to help by providing the supplies, you don't have manpower to do it. I'm willing to do the manpower, but I need the supplies. If not, I'm happy to say my prayers to Buddha and just leave this place.
I can have words with people and get you the materials that you need. But the village needs those materials. I can't let them go for any less than 20 silver pieces.
Well, do as you wish then, I guess.
That's less than half what they've told you. I can only exert my authority so far. Do your friends not have access to any money?
It's their money. I'm a monk, not a merchant. Again, I'm willing to help if you provide the materials. If you don't want to provide the materials, I'm fine with leaving.
If you start work tonight at the shrine, I will cover the cost for you.
Yeah. I was planning on putting it on her little boat and getting started as soon as I could get things.
Tonight. Very well. I will talk with people and gather the supplies you need. I suppose you need tools as well?
I have some basic things, but a good set of tools would be nice. Those I'll return, of course.
He picks himself up, which sounds like a bunch of firecrackers going off as all his joints crack. Picks up his little walking stick and toddles off to reprimand people and get you all the stuff you need. It won't all fit on her little boat, so they take a couple of peasants off the field and they load up one of their larger flat-bottom boats to take everything back there. So once everyone's finished exchanging information and you've got all that sorted out, the boat is ready and laden, though it's quite low in the water. Not that the water's very deep, so sinking wouldn't even be that much of a problem, but it just would make it harder to transport everything. So it's getting on towards very late afternoon, early evening now. The peasants are coming back in from the fields. somewhat surprised to see such highborn strangers in their midst. But Suriel seems very excited and happy that you've got all of this stuff together. She keeps going through all of it and checking it and triple checking it and counting the number of planks and piles and everything else.
I ask her, can you please go get my friend that came to your shrine with me earlier? Tell her that I'm ready to head up there to start the cleaning and rebuilding. I'm sure she'll want to help. I'm sure the two lords won't.
Are you guys still bathing, or
No, I
finished
finished a bit ago, and I'm wandering.
Okay. Yeah, so the little shrine girl, she's only maybe 12, 13, comes running up to you. Your friend, the monk, he said to come see what he's been doing.
Okay, so I follow her.
And she leads you back to the flat bottom boat, which is now laden down with supplies, and Takahara is by it, probably looking quite smug and satisfied with himself.
Oh, how'd you get so much supplies?
It doesn't matter. We need to head up there and start working on cleaning the shrine. I would appreciate help. I'm assuming our two compatriots are not going to dirty their hands with such things, so that leaves it to us.
Okay. Oh, at night too? Yikes. With all them ghosts. Okay.
I told them I would start early.
That's okay. Well, we'll figure out how to fight ghosts. I get it. I understand.
Where are the ghosts? I haven't seen no ghosts yet.
I'm telling you, this place is haunted.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
You might not be.
Why don't we not borrow trouble? Trouble will find us if it needs to.
All right, let's go.
Otsuya says, wait, I'll go and ask your friends. They might want to help. If they're anything like you and your lady friend, then they will. You've been so kind. She bows several times and then runs off with the little bells on her staff jingling. Right, presumably Abe and Akemi are back in shelter in the little peddler's hut.
Nope, that's not what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to do the thing I was going to do earlier.
Okay.
I'm going to set up a place where I can make my services available to the unwashed masses and transcribe, cast lots, read fortunes and horoscopes.
Yes. So, I've got something for earning money somewhere.
Oh no, I'm doing this pro bono.
Okay. Though I'm curious now where I put those rules. So
yes,
I'm going to have a quick look anyway because I want to know.
Go for it. Because if it would be good to know in a big city, right?
Yeah. Aha, economic and business activities. So, divination. So you would roll divination, difficulty 15. The amount you exceed that by would be the amount in silver that you would earn.
Oh wow, far out. Let's see what that would do.
If you botched, you would lose 1 honor because you gave someone a terrible fortune and they had rank. And if you crit, you earn gold instead of silver because you gave someone a highly fortuitous fortune.
All right, so my divination is 6. Wait, let me double check that. Divination is judgment, so is 4. And then I'll spend 1 chi on the what's that fucking word?
Zanshin?
Yeah. which gives me plus 10. So I'm at
14. Because you
14.
have obscene stats.
Correct. So I'm at 14. And I rolled 9 and 8, 17.
Okay. So you
14,
earn
so that's 20, 31?
31. Right? Sounds about right.
Yeah.
So 31. You earn 16 silver. They do not have that much money. So instead, you get 16 Erie.
Yeah. Correct. That's there. You see, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So the best place to do that is outside the peddler's hut. Anyway.
Right. Oh yeah, that's where I was going to do it. Just outside in front.
Yeah. So you've been spending a lot of time casting lots and fortunes and doing astrological bits and bobs for the various people here. They seem very keen to have their fortunes told. And they all seem very, very concerned with their like immediate near future and whether they're going to be all right and healthy, whether they're going to live, how bad the taxes are going to be. But they all seem very, very focused on the immediate near future and any danger. So your divinations have not necessarily answered those questions, but they've satisfied a lot of them, and it's given you an insight into the mood of the village.
Has it given me any insight into what's going on with their spiritual status regarding, well, let's put it another way. In having done this during my conversations and networking, have I been able to glean any more information about what happened with the shrine, when, why, and why is it that the harvest, the planting has been delayed?
Harvest in reverse. They're just all so exhausted from whatever it is that has been dogging them that they're unable to work as hard. Is the impression you get. A lot of them seem to be carrying a lot of guilt over some unnamed transgression. So there's also a lot of seeking reassurance that the gods aren't pissed at them. That sort of thing.
Well, I make the effort to let them know that the biggest issue right now is the lack of response to restoring the shrine.
So might create a bit of a groundswell of that sort of opinion. Anyway, Otsuryu, sorry, I tripped over my own tongue there, comes running up and prostrates herself in front of you and Akemi with a jingle of bells on her staff. Honor visitors, your friends are preparing to leave for the shrine. It would be a great honor if you would also come and help with the rebuilding. The headman insisted that we start tonight.
You are correct. It would be a great honor if we did that. But unfortunately, I am currently focused on something else.
Unfortunately, I don't want to get my feet wet.
Or his hands dirty.
So she turns slightly towards Akemi and bows even lower. My lady, would you care to assist us? I know it is well below your station, but we would dedicate prayers to you every day in the shrine if you would come and help.
I will assist you.
Wow.
She does reveal to the Serene Maiden that she carries a small Holy Bible with her.
Well, what is this?
Is the religion of my father.
Is this in Spanish or Portuguese or Latin?
It's in Spanish. It's actually in Spanish.
She peers at it if you let her look at it. I don't understand these markings.
That is the language of the Namban. My father is a Namban, comes from over the seas, but he now lives here in the land.
Nippon.
My grandfather told me that those people worship a carpenter. Is that why you would come and help?
Yes, yes. Well,
It seemed
I am not quite a skilled, and rather, if the situation was another, I will fetch an artisan to assist you. But since seems that the matter at hand is needs a hurry, I gladly will stain my hands in the purification of this rite.
it seems a little strange that there would be a god of carpenters, but I suppose the gods have forged weapons and armor and fought demons, and there are gods for the harvest, and there are kami for all manner of things. So it would be an honor for you to come and help. Please follow me. And she tries to lead you back to the boat.
She nods and follows the maiden.
All right. Your return to the Shrine Island is uneventful. Abba is left alone in the peddler's hut, perhaps doing some more fortunes and things. But is there anything else you want to do while they're heading out?
I want to go to the so where are the records of the village? Because of the hardship and the times, I am obligated by my lord to look at the birth and death ledgers in every village.
So presumably a lot of that was kept at the shrine and so burnt. But the headman and the miller probably keep accounts, which would be the next best thing.
So that's what I'm going to do, is go investigate accounts.
Okay. They're willing to comply, but the headman's like, oh, I thought you people were headed to the shrine tonight.
Those people are headed to the shrine, and I am here to review the ledgers.
As you wish, though I would remind you that the tax official is coming any day now.
Fabulous.
So
then I will be able to ensure that everything is in compliance and you have nothing to fear, because I will have certified through the power and authority of my lord that all these ledgers are balanced correctly. Please bring all required paperwork to the travelers' lodging, where I will be setting up my studies.
All right. So the headman and the miller bring you their accounts, quite big books because they go back years and years and years, but relatively simple. So yeah, you can start going through those. Okay. I will come back to you.
Yeah, take your time.
All right. So you guys punt this barge, which is wallowing very low in the water with all the goods on it, back to the little island. The Shrine Maiden chants prayers the entire journey there, which would be annoying because it's a bit repetitive, but she has quite a nice musical voice. The sun is just beginning to set when you arrive back at the island, with long shadows cutting across the swamp. She hops off the end and scurries back up into the shrine, hopping up the stairs. Do we want to unload everything now, or?
Yeah, I think I'll unload everything. I'm more worried about the boat sailing away, like getting loose or getting capsized or dumped, or.
Yeah, well, you got plenty of rope, so you can tie it quite firmly to one of the bog oaks, or.
Takahara is a big muscular dude, right? Because I got 17 in muscle, so I just start throwing the shit on my shoulder and start lugging it up there.
Okay. Otsuru lights a fire, gets a little iron pot, and starts cooking some rice and smoked fish and some other things she got in town, in the village. You've only done a little bit of unloading. Is Midori helping?
Yeah, I'm helping.
And is Akemi helping or supervising?
Well, she's helping, but whenever she can, takes the role of the supervisor.
Take the lightest things, yeah. One nail at a time. There you go. All right. As the sun dips below the horizon, Otsuru calls out to you all and jingles the bells on her staff. Food.
All right, so I go out and eat.
Kemi, you should go. I'll continue to unload. I'm on my fast.
Akemi does a hand gesture as an affirmation, and Takahara can notice that she is somewhat flustered when has realized the physical might of the monk.
Okay, so you two come up and Otsuru doles out rice and fish and a few pickles and things in the bowls. Is Takahara not coming?
No, he's fasting. He doesn't need to eat. He's okay.
He should join us anyway, take comfort by the fire.
Nah. Let him be. It's his way.
She puts down her bowl, hitches up her skirt, and darts down the steps to where Takahara is working. Takahara, come and eat.
No, that's fine. I'm fasting and saying my prayers to Buddha as I unload your boat and get this goods on.
You
on the shore.
might not need to eat, but I would like it if you came and ate.
I know, but I only have so much light, and this job needs done.
She pouts at you. She stamps her foot on the little stone step and then starts weeping again.
There's no need to cry. Someone has to do the work. I can do it. It's fine. I'm used to it. That's what my rank do.
I'm trying to be kind and feed you.
You're being very kind. But one, I won't break my fast, and two, the work needs to be done.
A drink then. I took some sake.
That would break my fast.
Just join us by the fire?
When the work is done.
Can I roll to see if any of this is poisoned?
Yes. What would you roll for that?
Judgment. If you
Survival.
have alchemy is the one that's related.
Yeah, I think alchemy. Yeah, make an
Okay.
alchemy roll.
Is it D20 or 2D10s?
Well, you can't like spoon out a little bit and burn it and mix it with acid and stuff.
D20.
So D20.
I rolled a 1, and my alchemy is 2. Defiance is 1.
So don't need to do your defiance, but if you rolled a 1 on a D20, that is a botch.
Yep, I rolled a 1.
Okay. It's definitely poisoned. Now that idea is in your head. Like every slight taste that you have, this rice might be rotten. The fish, it might have toxins in it. So you get yourself in such a panic that you spit up everything that you ate and try to make yourself sick.
I like bury it to not hurt her feelings, but like, yeah, I'm not eating that.
Are you letting Akemi eat her food?
No,
Well,
she
I don't
had
know if
waited
she's-
to Midori first, and when she saw her spitting the food, automatically they drop on the floor.
Listen. I don't trust this. It feels poisoned. I think it's poisoned. I think she's in cahoots with the ghosts. It's. I don't trust this.
She comes back up and rejoins you by the fire. Helps herself to a big heaping bowl and says, "Oh, you finished it already. Would you like some more?"
Oh no, I am so full. That was so good.
Thanks for the food. We shall resume our work.
It gave me so much energy. Yep, I'm gonna help build this. I could probably lift that whole shrine by myself. So good.
It's fully dark now, but there's a reasonably bright moon and pockets of swamp gas glow in the dark. So Takahara can still just about make out what he's doing. Fairly abruptly, when you're thinking about either sleeping or helping Takahara some more, Otsuru stands up and sets the staff in the ground and starts singing. Now, she's got quite a good singing voice. You listen to her on the way up. But now she seems to be going for volume more than being melodic.
Oh no, nope, none of that. Nope.
Nope.
I'm telling her to stop. Like, no, we don't need that. Nope, thank you.
I'm just trying to honor your presence here and all that you're doing. She takes a deep breath and begins singing again.
Nope. We need a very quiet. Quiet is great. I love quiet. Quiet. No go.
The more you protest, the more she increases in volume until she's practically screaming out the song, red-faced.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and knock her out.
Oh, what times are these when ninjas go around swamps beating up young ladies?
So I'm going to roll.
Becky, we made of Anakunoichi no decking.
Okay.
So
so you're gonna try and.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and knock her out.
Okay.
That's it.
Do you have a blunt weapon, or are you gonna punch her in the face? Or what?
No, I'm gonna use the back of a kunai or something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So she is not expecting it, so you have her completely by surprise. So roll. So the kunai is not designed as a subdual weapon. So you'll be rolling at -5. So make your melee attack roll at -5.
Okay. So melee is 3 -5, so that's -2 plus 8. So I got 6.
Wait. So what? What's
My
your melee skill?
weapon's 3.
3. Yeah.
Minus
you rolled.
5. I rolled an 8.
Okay. So 6, I think. And then her defiance is. Okay. So she's taken by surprise by your sudden lunging attack, but just in the nick of time, she falls back away from you against the remnants of one of the walls of the shrine. Wait, what are you doing? Why?
I need you to be very, very quiet.
Okay. A sudden hush falls over the camp. Can you all make judgment defiance rolls, please?
Okay. 2d10, right?
No, D20 in this instance.
D20, okay. Stressful situation.
Is that
No,
good?
And it's the
Roll
defiance
low.
roll. Defiance rolls are always D20.
Okay.
Is that Takahara too?
And we have
Yes,
to get.
You said judgment defiance,
Wait.
right?
It's the defiance roll.
Okay, so it's above the number we have in that stat.
It's equal to or below the number.
Okay.
I
Equal
got a
to
5, and my defiance is 7, so
So that's a
Made it.
success.
I failed. I got
Okay.
17 over
Yikes.
12.
Captain Oblivious. And
Yeah, I'm
Akemi?
actually gonna.
Okay, I have a roll of 10. I have a defiance of 15.
Okay.
Can I use
what
my
are you
zealous
attacking?
endurance and roll that again?
Yes.
Hey, there we go. 8. It's under 12.
Okay. So as she shuts up, as Midori silences her with threats of violence, you all become aware of bubbling noises coming from the swamp around the island.
Oh no.
There are
Fuck me.
sucking wet sounds as if something is
Oh
pulling
my-
itself up out of the thick black mud.
I swear if it's a big giant leech, I'm out.
And you all smell the foul stench of swamp gas being disturbed as whatever it is moves.
Swamp
Drop my-
gas. That's a nice
Drop my bundle and
euphemism.
grab my Naginata.
Takahara.
You
Takahara.
grab and rig.
Grab your weapon.
He's a little late on that. She's a little late.
Well, he's still working on the shrine, so she didn't saw him. And Akemi does draw both his katana and wakizashi. And some posture.
Yeah. So you draw your blades ready. Otsuru just sort of curls up into the smallest ball she can in the corner of what's left of the shrine, with her staff held across her. Is Midori doing anything to get ready?
Yeah, I turn to where the sound is, and I got my kunais ready. So if I need to throw them, I'll throw them.
Hey, you don't vanish?
I might once I see whatever is there.
I was just saying,
Right now, it's just
good time to
sounds.
hide.
So those of you near the little campfire can't really see much because it's screwed with your night vision, but you can hear sort of sloshing, trudging noises through the swamp all around the island. And below that, you can hear the muffled sound of a bell tolling. Takahara is not night blind, and you see various black, wet shapes emerging from the darkness around the island, pulling themselves up out of the mud and shuffling through the swamp, wading through the muck towards the village.
Oh,
So
so they're not
they're
even
heading
coming
towards
to
the
us?
village, not towards us.
Yeah.
Do they appear to be multiple? Like there's multiple of them?
Maybe a dozen, if you had to guess.
Whoa.
Uh,
And they avoid the island, or the island with the shrine. Or there are few of them coming here too.
They just seem to be streaming around the Shrine Island and heading towards the village proper.
Oh God.
Are they passing those stones that are in the water that I walked to the island on?
The ones that you slipped over.
No, she slipped over.
She slipped. They're headed in that direction, yeah.
All right. I'll throw my bow in that in case I need it on my back, and I run for those stones and try to cut them off.
Okay. 1 sec. Okay, can you make it's relatively easy to outrun them, but it is in the dark. Can you make an athletics roll on a d20 to outrun them without incident?
16 total.
Okay. So that's enough not to do yourself a mischief. Okay, so you manage to get ahead of them and stand on the stones and wait and watch as they come closer and closer. What are the rest of you doing? You've heard Takahara run off into the swamps. You can tell it's him because he was going splash, 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 whereas they're going much more slowly.
I turn to the shrine girl, interrogate her, and be like, "What did you just do? What's going on?"
And she
What
clutches
are you
hold of
into?
her staff tightly. I didn't do anything. They come up every night and they walk past me to the village. They never come up on here. I just hide and they leave me alone and they go to the village and then they come back.
This happens every night?
Every night since the shrine burnt.
How did the shrine burn?
I don't know. Nobody would tell me.
Nobody, but somebody knows.
The men went out on the night that it burnt and they came back after it burnt.
The men? All the men?
Most of them.
So they know what happened. Alright. So I turn and I vanish and off I go towards the village.
Okay. So you'll be able to get past him easy. What is Akemi doing?
The same. She is running as fast or rowing as fast towards the village.
It'd be quicker to run.
Okay, then
So can you make an athletic? Yeah, can you make an athletics roll on a d20, please?
Okay. Athletics 3. 16, 19 plus 2, 21.
Okay, no problem. You don't run into any trouble. You catch up to Takahara before they reach him. Midori can either join you or carry on to the village if she wants.
Yeah, I'm going to the village.
Okay. So you stand there on the rocks just beneath the surface with the water lapping around at your ankles and these shambling things, black as night themselves, come wading through the water. They don't seem to pay too much attention to you. They just keep on wading. Are you going to attempt to stop them or do anything, or just let them go past you?
No, as soon as one comes within Naginata range, I cut it down.
Okay. One of them comes within range. So you're attacking them, so you can go first anyway. So make your attack.
13. Sorry, I haven't used my melee weapon yet. 18 total.
Okay, that's definitely more than their defense, which is only 3 because they're shambling corpses. So, sorry, what did you get? Was it 16, you said?
18 total.
18. So that's 17, 16, 15, minus 2 armor, 13. They take half that amount of damage, so we round up. So they take 7. Oh, no, they don't. Hang on. So that's 13 still. Okay. But they don't take any penalties for being wounded. Okay. All right. You lash out with your Naginata and cleave off one of this thing's arms, cutting through the mud and through the bone beneath. You feel your blade bite into it and then carve through. It turns towards you slightly. You've still got other attacks, though, so do you want to carry on hacking it?
Yep.
Okay. Second attack.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay. Roll again and add on.
And 14 more.
Okay,
plus,
so that's 34.
Yeah, plus the original skill, 5 for his skill.
Okay, so that takes you to 39, minus their defense, 36, minus their armor, 2. So he's only at minus 31 health. All right. So you hack through the arm.
Actually, is there another one in range? Sorry, I need to, because of your feats. I need to ask.
Yes, you can move to the next one if you want. There is another one within range.
Yeah, well, I want to use that one that's cleave through. Is that the name of it? Cleave through. The feat where you take minus 5 and then you hit the next one if you kill the first one. Cleaving strike. If you defeat the opponent in one strike, you may immediately make the follow-up without using an action. Take a minus 5 on your next one, offset by your start level.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah. So your second blow decapitates this one. Sort of on the backswing.
Yep.
Lop its head clean off. You hear it splash into the water some distance away, and the body topples into the water. All of them are sort of opening their mouths and turning towards you. There's another one within reach, so you can make a free attack at minus 5.
Okay. And I'll use Temple Discipline to drop that to a minus 1.
Okay.
17 minus 1 is 16. Plus 5 is 21.
21. Okay. Minus its defense. Minus its armor. Okay. Okay, you cleave your blade down into the top of its head and knock it down into the swamp. It seems to go still and start to sink into the mush. There aren't any others in range. Okay. You still have one action left.
I actually have 2 actions left.
Okay. No, arm, decapitation, that's 2.
No.
Then your free action, which killed another one.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're on 3 now.
Yeah.
Right. I forgot we went to the 3 things, so 5. Does movement cost me the action?
No, movement's free. Well, the first bit of movement is free.
Okay, well,
unless you're sprinting.
Move down the stones until I get to the village side. And if there's any there, then I'll take 1 attack there. If not, I'll just hold the attack.
Okay. So you retreat along the line of the stones, back to the bridges, back towards the town. Okay. Akemi is there as well. What do you want to do?
Well, I follow Takahara and initiate hostilities against these creatures.
Okay. So for part of your move, you come forward to where one's in range because swords are shorter than spears. Make your attacks.
Okay, is melee plus muscle, right?
Yeah, unless that's already worked in. But yeah.
Okay.
Melee skill plus muscle bonus.
11 plus 3, 14 plus 1, 15.
Okay. So that's 15 to hit. The defense is 3, drops that to 12. Armor 2, drops that to 10, which is a severe wound, but not enough to finish it off. So you slash out with your katana across one of their chests, cuts through the layer of mud into the peasant garb beneath, and then the muscle and partially rotted bone, and several ribs give way, and your sword just barely comes through the other side. How many more actions do you have?
For the record, in my stance, I have damage focus at level 2.
Okay, so that should have been 2 more damage. Still not enough to finish it off.
All right, then I strike again, trying to befell the creature.
Go for it.
Oh, 16 plus 3, 19 plus 1, 20.
Okay, that's going to be enough to finish it off. So after you're cut through its body, you cut back the other way and take its head, which tumbles off its shoulders, backwards off its body, into the water with a loud plop. and you can use the rest of your movement to try and withdraw alongside Takahara.
Grim,
Okay.
his
Yes.
damage focus, just so you know, he's got level 2, and it's 2 per level.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
slowly
shouldn't-
+4.
Yeah.
I'm just reminding you because I figured, you
Yeah.
wrote it a while ago.
Yes, this is true, and I forget things.
Yep.
Okay. So the rest of them continue to wade on through the muck. Midori arrives back at the village. What do you want to do now that you're there?
Okay, I'm looking around. Is anybody out walking about?
Nobody is out walking about.
All
There
their
are
doors locked and like all their shutters closed.
all the doors and shutters are closed. The lines of salt outside the doors have been refreshed.
So they knew this, and they didn't warn us. I see. Let this place burn. I see. All right. I'm gonna look for Abe.
Yeah, you probably find him at the peddler's house, sweetly oblivious to what's going on.
I'm just gonna go bursting into his room and go, "Hey!" Scare the living crap out of him.
All right, before we do that, I have a number of things planned. So,
okay. We've been going for 2 hours. Let's take a 10-minute break, and then when we come back, we can deal with your things that you've had planned, and we can continue.
all right.
So
Sounds good.
I'll see everyone in about 10 minutes.
we gonna do?
Grim. That's how it looks.
I'll take Grim right now.
I am the Grim Reaper. It's Grim.
The bosses are good.
And make it grim. A grim tale indeed. It's a little grim. Meaningless and grim.
It's the Grim! It's Grim.
Pretty grim, huh?
Things look grim.
Hello all, we're back. Don't try to peel an orange really quickly. You will make a mess. Is everyone back?
I am back.
Yep.
I am back.
Wait a second, you can use hand towels as hand towels.
Amazing! The Great Whammo.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right. Where were we? Midori had just burst in on Abe, who wanted to stop me and tell me all the stuff he's been doing while they've been busy.
Correct. So, I have been, of course, investigating the ledgers. I use my ledger inconsistency reading spell, and what it does is, all right, element, destiny roll gives me +6, cost 1 chi, difficulty 5, no defiance, range is touch, casting time is a minute, duration is instant. Abi examines a written record and reads the fate pressure around its omissions. On success, he detects whether the document contains omitted dead, substituted names, coerced testimony, false identity, suppressed deaths, altered burial records, or official fabrication. The spell reveals the type of wrongness, not the culprit or motive. So,
Okay. Don't botch.
for the first book, yeah, don't botch. For the one the Headman gives me, that is a 16. And for the one from the Miller, well, that's hilarious, is another 16.
Okay. So the Miller's accounts keep track of who has brought in how much rice to be milled, and other things like that. He's basically the food storehouse keeper for the village. His records seem to be slightly out. And the mistakes seem to be centered around a handful of families, about 4 or 5 families. The headman's records are mostly entirely scrupulous, and there don't seem to be a lot of mistakes. But a few weeks back, the records of how many people live in each house, basically, which helps determine the taxation. It's like a bunch of people died, which isn't necessarily unusual in a village, or at least in his records, it's just the family size is noted as having gone down. But the changes are spread exactly evenly across time, which it would stretch credulity to think that anything like that could ever happen.
Spread evenly in that, like, every other week, somebody.
So if you had a plague sweep through, you would expect a lot of deaths. Well, a few deaths, then a lot of deaths, then it would peter out.
Correct.
Right? If you had a natural disaster, everyone would die at the same time, probably. Correct. With a few stragglers. But what seems to have happened here is that, like, either side of one date, there's an almost equal number of people that seem to have disappeared, died, been dropped off the register across those days.
And what is that date that seems to be centered on?
So let's say 3-4 weeks back, call it 4 weeks back. And it's either side of that date, 4 weeks back, that these disappearances or the reduction in families seems to be spread out, like a week before and a week after, but exactly evenly. So, like, you know, if 12 people had disappeared, which is roughly what it is, that's spread out almost one a day for 14 days.
Understood. So it's one of those common mistakes that people who falsify records make, in that they don't think things are supposed to have obvious clumping.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
a real thing. That's actually a real deal. Like, people, like, when they play with their numbers, they will try to avoid 1.
Yeah.
Because that looks suspicious to them. But no, it's just part of numerical patterns. It just happens.
Your read of the man when you talk to him was that he is a very, very serious person, not really given to this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a very ordered thinker. So falsifying records did not come that naturally to him, you don't think? And that's why he made this rookie mistake, is because he thinks in ordered thinking. Oh, people won't notice if it's only one a day for.
Right. That won't look unusual. It won't raise suspicion. Like, all of a sudden a bunch of people died. But in fact, the opposite happens. Okay. And then the miller. Oh, and just kind of like a little cultural aside, when we talk about milling rice, it's milling for sake. Because that's how the grade of sake is determined, by what percentage of the grain is milled away before it's turned in, before it's brewed for sake. And the more that it's milled, and it's 50% is the amount. When you get to 50%, that's the highest. So, okay.
And also there's often hammers and things for making mochi, so you constantly pound the rice, and there's a whole bunch of other things you can do.
It's fun. Okay, so, and things were off with those records as well.
Yeah.
What did I notice there?
A handful of families, let's say 4 families. He's been hedging the records in favor of them and away from everyone else that's spread out.
What do you mean by hedging? Like, all of a sudden they seem to be depositing more rice into the...
Yeah, it seems that they're doing more, that they're contributing more.
Mm-hmm. And does that coincide with the disappearances, or is this a...
In that instance, it goes right throughout all of the records. He's been at this for a very, very long time.
Gotcha.
Just some minor corruption, you think?
Right, just small graft. That I'm not worried about the small graft. That's not my. It's not what I do. So, okay. So now, I did this stuff right away. So the next thing I'm interested in doing is how far away is the temple from where I'm sitting?
Distance or time to get there?
Distance, meters.
Okay.
More than 100?
Yeah.
How far away am I from, I guess, the mill itself?
That's at one end of the village, so you're only a relatively small distance from there.
Okay.
Like 100 meters at most, maybe.
All right. Now, at some point, there was a ringing of bell out after the undead were rising.
Yes. Can you make a judgment defiance roll to see if you can hear it at this distance and indoors and everything else?
So give me judgment defiance. There we go, right there. It's 12. Oh, that's a D20, not a D10. Roll low. And 7.
Okay, yes, you heard the tolling of the bell coming from the direction of the shrine. But it's very muffled and weird sounding.
Yeah. My intuition is going ding 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 ding. Where's the next thing?
The shrine is about 800 meters from here.
Okay. So perfect. This gives me plenty of time to prep. So what I'm going to do is I have another talisman that I'm going to, Fuda. It's a white talisman circuit. This is wind and void. I only get a +3. Costs 4 chi. Difficulty 15. There is no defiance. The range is 100 meters. Casting time is a full turn. The duration is 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is a white paper charm travels a simple route and returns with 1 condition report. Possible reports: safe, watched, dead, polluted, blocked, occupied, or spiritually wrong. The talisman cannot reason, fight, open locks, make choices, or replace a living scout. Its return condition matters: intact, torn, stained, damp, ash mark, folded, shut, or missing. All right. So in essence, I'm sending out 100-meter what's going on and report back.
So is that a charm that he has on him, or?
No, I write it on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Well, just because you read off the stats to it, and it's 10 minutes to make it?
No, it lasts for 10 minutes. It only takes me a turn to make it.
Okay. Yeah, so it wasn't what you said.
Casting time. Yeah, I'm sorry. Casting time is 1 turn. Duration is 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, and I am going to use 1 chi of whatchamajigger to give me a +10. Yeah, that one. All right. So 14, 17 plus 10. 27.
27. Okay. So you quickly fold the charm and send it flapping and scurrying away into the night. It runs about 100 meters out towards the temple, so the shrine, and then flutters back to you. When it arrives back, it reports dead, and it's also soaked in swamp water.
Okay. All right. I'm then preparing for dead stuff, and so then we can move forward. I have a talisman of proper rest in case they get too close, and I have another thing where I can grab them and talk to them. So I'm just being prepared.
All right, and then Midori bursts in.
And I warn him, like, hey, I was wrong about the ghosts. It's the undead instead. But I was right. There was something wrong with this village.
Well, sometimes a walking corpse is a type of ghost.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
At least it's not blue meanies.
You're gonna help us? Yes.
Well, absolutely. And I'll go and I open, go stand in the doorway and observe. And how many walking shambling corpses are still up and moving?
Well,
30.
There were 12 to start with, and there are now less.
3 less than that.
Yes. Oh, no, you killed another one, so there's 8 left. Okay. All right. Just give me a sec here to get set up. Okay. Can you roll your initiatives, please? Takahara.
So 29.
Okay. Akemi.
Checking the sheet. Our initiative 15. I'm going to roll now.
Okay.
80.
Okay. You rolled 18 or 18 in total?
No. I rolled an 80 and my initiative is 15.
Okay, so that's 33. Yeah. Okay. Abe, initiative.
26.
Okay. And Midori.
21.
Okay. These walking bloated dead have chosen to all go together on initiative 6. Do you want to keep your initiatives? Do you want to make them lower than what you rolled? What do you want to do?
That's fine.
I'm good where I am.
I'm
Okay.
okie dokie.
All right. So as the rest of you arrive back at the village, these bloated dead continue to come out of the swamps. And as they enter the rings of lamplight, you get a better look at them. And yeah, they're covered in mud and river weed. But where their flesh can be seen beneath, it's burnt and blackened. Their eyes are hollow. Insects from beneath the swamp are crawling all over them. They're quite an horrific sight. Can everyone make a judgment defiance roll to resist fear?
All right. Let's see.
Made it.
Also made it. I rolled an 8. Judgment
Okay.
is 15.
Yeah,
I
I got
rolled a
9
1.
under 12.
Okay. So judgment defiance roll, please, Midori.
I rolled a 1 and my defiance
Oh,
is
so
7.
critical
so
success. Corpses. Who gives a shit?
I knew they were there. I prepared myself, okay?
Man, fuck them zombies.
As long as they're not ghosts.
It's like in Scary Movie 2 when she's getting high for the hunting, and when reveals it's only an animated skeleton, she laughs her ass off.
All right. So moving as a group, they start to wade up out of the swamps into the village, groaning and reaching out with their swampy hands. Yeah, they're pretty horrifying looking.
Grim, do me and Akemi have a chance? Because we like just made it to the ground in front of them.
I'm just telling you what they're doing. You can take your turns now.
I was just want to try to keep them from actually getting up into the village, like keep
too many of them
at the mud.
Well, they can try.
How far away is this shoreline from where I am right now? Meters.
Well, you were moving to where the others were coming in. So...
No, I was staying at the building. I haven't moved.
Okay. Well, they're probably fairly close to you then. So you're maybe 30 meters away from where everyone else is. All right. So Akemi first. You see this slow tide of rotting, bloated corpses making their way up out of the swamp.
Well, I moved to intercept one of them and try to decapitate or just slice them in half.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Two. Hold on. Get something with the brown foot. 5 plus 1, 6.
Wait, what did you roll?
I rolled a 2.
Okay, not a 1. I just wanted to double check. 6. That's still enough to hit. But the armor, which is just their dead flesh, really, absorbs part of the blow. So you aim to decapitate one, and you slash out in a perfect slice, but misjudge slightly, and just nick the front of the thing's throat. The skin parts and sort of teases apart like cheese on a pizza, and leeches and bugs spill out down its front.
Yeah.
Second
well,
action?
unless it's not the Jojo zombie from Land of the Dead.
Yeah. Second action?
Second action, well, I try to finish this one. So strike again. 6 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay. So that's 10, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay, you come back with another slash the other way, and carve through its guts. The mud and the rotten peasant garb and the skin and muscle gives way, and black intestines writhing with maggots and other foulness spills out in front of it. But it doesn't seem that perturbed. Do you have any attacks left?
Yeah, I have a tiered action, so once this one is done, no, I managed to destroy it, or it is still standing.
Okay, what'd you get on your attack?
Okay, 9 plus 3, 12, 13.
13. Okay.
13. Yeah.
All right. Most of this thing's guts have fallen out, and it seems quite a lot weaker. But your next cut back across it strikes it in the thigh and gets caught up in the meat and the thick bone beneath. You have to pull your sword back with some effort to get it out of it, but it's still reaching for you, and you've had all your actions. So you still have your reactions.
Yeah, 3 reactions.
Yep, which happens when you're attacked. So, Takara.
I try to move between like in the middle of the biggest concentration of them that I can see.
Okay. So you throw yourself into the midst of them with your spear.
Yeah, and then go as I go in, try to hit one of them. Obviously, but so 18.
Okay, so it's 18, 17, 15, 13. Okay, you drive your spear into one, and here its ribcage and solar plexus crack underneath the blow. The blade of your spear emerges from the other side, but when you pull it back, it's still coming, albeit a lot more janky now. Right. Second attack.
18 2 is 20, 25.
Okay, attacking the same one?
Sorry, wrong one.
Okay.
That was 23.
Okay, attacking the same one?
Yeah.
Okay. You grab your spear with both hands and bring the blade down right on the thing's head. It part splits, part bursts, and the corpse is carried down to the ground. You yank your blade out of it.
Try to continue that sweep then with the sweeping cut. That I take him out, try to take one the next one. That's why I got in the middle of a bunch of them.
Yeah. So -5.
Yep. I'm going to spend 3 chi to get that down to a -2.
Okay.
So that I'll still have a +3 on the total roll. 19 total with the +3.
Okay, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. All right. So you carry forward to the next one and plunge your blade into it, carving through its shoulder and collarbone. It just sort of stands there grunting and tries to grab hold of your spear to pull itself towards you.
All right. So this is the third attack.
This is the third attack. Go for it.
Natural 20, which is
roll again and add on.
I would have wished it would happen on the first attack. It's like a waste on the second one. Plus another 5 plus my 5 to start. So 20, 30 total.
Okay, that's definitely enough to finish that one off.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a waste. Would have been better if that was on the fresh one.
So as it tries to pull its way along the spear towards you, you just flip the spear around and brain it with the end. As it makes a satisfying crack as its skull caves in and it drops.
Well, that's all my actions. Those 3
That's
actions.
all your actions.
We're doing 3 now. So
yeah. Abe.
All right, how many are there? Set the scene for me, please.
1, 2, 3, 4. There are still 6 left, one of which is barely holding together as Akemi does a whole bunch of perfect kata moves against it, but doesn't seem to be finishing it off. Several of them have been cut down by Takahara, and the rest are all crowding around him.
They're all crowding around Takahara?
Yep.
Yeah,
and how far away are they from me?
So you were about 30 meters away by the peddler's hut.
And how far is movement without increasing action?
So that might be on your sheet, but otherwise...
wrong. No, I'm not looking at the wrong sheet. I don't have that one up.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, I don't know where I put. God, too many documents for playtest.
Yeah, we have 4 numbers for movement. What does that mean anyway?
Okay, so what is Abe's agility plus endurance?
Just a second. I know I've got it here somewhere. Actions, move. Here we go. 6.5, 13, 18, 40, and then the verticals are 2 and 6.
Okay, so if you walk, there's no effect and no drawback. You can move that distance, no problem. So that's the first number. Mm-hmm. Second number is for jogging. You can't use stealth if you jog. but you can move that distance. If you run, then you move that's the third number. You move the listed distance. Any actions you make are increased in difficulty by 5. Ranged attacks against you are penalized. Sprinting, that's all you can do this whole turn, but ranged attacks are penalized more. Okay. So you can walk, jog, run, or sprint.
And so what is the mechanical effect of jogging?
You can't engage in stealth this turn.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
So I am going to jog to close the distance to get within range to cast a deeming warding seal onto, let's see. So Destiny and Void, Chi 8, difficulty 20.
Ow.
Defiance, judgment for hostile spirits or curses pressing through. The range is 10 meters. Casting time is a turn. The duration is 1 turn. So the chosen allies within the radius of the range gain +5 defense against supernatural attacks, possession, fear, curse effects, ghosts, hungry dead, and spiritual compelled creatures. The first supernatural act that would harm or possess an ally must beat my casting result or fail outright. This does not stop ordinary violence unless the violence is clearly supernaturally compelled. When the word ends, I could become bowed unless I succeed at a judgment defiance. And I'm going to spend... So this is where I'm going to spend 1 chi for the Zazen. And then I believe I can spend 1 chi for any destiny to gain +5.
I can't be in 12 places at once in the document, but I'm going to trust you. Okay.
Well,
so basically,
I was trying to find it before I made that claim, but
yeah. So don't botch, basically.
Right. Okay. So yeah, because the higher, the better. Oh
yeah. Don't lose your dice.
So 3. Oh well, yeah. Don't botch. 20.
Okay. Roll again and add on.
8 plus 3 plus. All right. Wait a minute. 20 plus 3 plus 8 takes us to 31. Plus 5 takes us to 36.
Okay. Now that wards how many people?
3.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Chosen allies within the radius. I have another one that's 3. This is one is total allies within a radius. So basically, the radius is 10 meters.
Okay, so that gets all 3 people anyway. So this essentially makes them immune to 1 supernatural attack, right?
It gives them a +5 defense against supernatural attacks. Correct.
Okay.
And if the very first one, right, because it's actions, because it lasts for a full turn.
Mm-hmm.
So the very first, to succeed, they have to hit what my casting was.
Okay.
Which was 36.
Yeah.
And then, but before we do that, and then at the end, I have to do a, where'd it go? Judgment defiance to make sure, to see if I become bowed.
Okay. All right. So everyone gets +5 defense. I've made a note. And the first attack has to get over your roll.
Correct.
Okay. Do you have any more actions to do anything?
No, that was a full turn. That was everything.
Okay. All right. Midori, you feel divine protection wending its way around you, protecting you from the oncoming tide of the dead. What do you want to do?
I am going to vanish and try to stab one, try to lop off its head from behind.
Okay. Yes, that's doable. So, vanish is your special ability, isn't it?
It's a
It's
stunt.
my stunt.
It's a stunt. Okay.
Yeah.
So make a stealth roll with the penalty of -5 offset by your stunt bonus.
So it's -2 total.
So 10.
Okay. That's enough to succeed against these sorts of things. And the one you chose to come up behind did not succeed on hearing you coming. So you can attack with a +5 bonus because it can't tell you there.
Oh. 13.
13. Okay.
So if she makes multiple attacks, does she get that same bonus on all of them? Like, is it like, you know what I mean? Like really fast?
I'll need to think on that, but I think you would, because if you think about how like a commando or something with a dagger can come up behind someone and like, I think it makes sense that all the attacks have that bonus. Sorry, it's 13, 8.
We need to give Midori a Kusharigama at one point of the game.
Do you have another attack? Because that wasn't enough.
Yeah, I have 2 reactions.
Okay, so make your second attack to finish him off. So you come up behind him and cut halfway through his neck. Now you just need to get the other half.
16.
Okay. That's more than last time, and last time was enough to take him halfway, so that's going to be enough to kill him. All right, so you disappear, draw back into the shadows, crab walk around behind one of these things as it lunges for Takahara. You bring your sword in at the side of its neck, carve through the muscle, hit the neck bones, and then just push through, carrying it over, knocking it down to the ground, and sort of cutting it like you're paper cutting with a guillotine to take its head off. So yeah, you've made a considerable dent in the dead. That was your last action. It is their go. So one of them, the one that's heavily cut to ribbons, is going to attempt to attack Akemi. It is not going to succeed because it probably can't beat 36. No, 11 does not beat 36. So it reaches for you and then is warded back by some magical spiritual power and recoils with a groan of pain, which is the first time any of them have made any noise like they're in pain. The remaining 4 all try to grab Takahara.
Oh God. Let's copy those and then like Die of the Dead.
Well, the first one needs to beat 36, which it doesn't. The following 3, he still has +5 defense. So we'll see how we do with that.
With the +5, you need to beat 22.
Okay.
And
what on earth is your defense score?
17. 17 without anything else. I remember I'm got 5 for the base 5 for agility, 3 for judgment, and 4 for defense focus.
Sorry, run that by me again.
5 base.
Yeah.
5 agility. 3 for judgment. 4 for defense focus.
Yeah, that'll do it. Okay.
This guy is meant to be tough.
Yes. So I rolled 20, so it still will hit you, but just...
No, it won't. 22. You need 20. You're off.
Where's the extra come from?
The 5 you guys did the magic thing.
Oh, yes. True. 22.
So 22 right now.
Yeah.
So, and because he missed, I'm going to take the -5 and do the flowing defense.
Okay.
For one of my reactions. And I'm going to blow 5 of my chi to negate the 5.
Okay.
So,
and that uses one of your reactions as well.
Yes. Yeah. Use one of my reactions. So that brings it to 24.
Okay. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19. Okay. Okay, so it lunges for you, hits this magical aura around you, hisses and recoils from it, and you strike with your spear.
Wait a minute. The one that recoils is the first one. The second one
this
is
one
the
as
one
well. That's how we're saying it missed.
Oh, is that what the magic 5? What the 5 is from? Is it the
Yeah.
magic? Oh, I thought it was from something else. I thought the 36 thing was magic.
That as well. Right, but you
that's a big spell.
lop off it. You lop off its leg at the knee, and it falls down in front of you, still reaching for you with its arms, but it's almost destroyed. So that was okay. Third one misses.
Okay, going again.
Misses. Okay, as long as you have reactions, you can.
I got 2 reactions left, so both of those guys I'm gonna attack. I only have 5 chi left, so I'm going to divide it 3 off of the first one and 2 off of the second one.
Okay.
So that'll be a -2 on the first one. 14 minus 2 is 12, and plus 5 is 17.
Okay. So are you gonna? Sorry, no, these are the ones that attack. So these are separate, aren't they? Sorry, you got 7. What was your total? Sorry,
17.
17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12.
Yeah, this has to be on a new guy.
Yeah. All right. As it lunges at you and again hits this barrier and recoils, you lash out with the spear and knock it back. And the last one.
Well, now I got it again. 20 again.
Okay.
So 20 minus 3 is 17. Plus 5 is 17 plus 5 is 22.
22.
Oh, wait a minute. Do I get to roll that again? It's a natural 20?
Yes, because it's natural 20. No. And that's the only way weapons can bust through their normal damage limits.
Yeah. Plus another 13, which brings that to 35. 35.
Okay, that one is utterly destroyed. Yeah, so you kind of let it reach for you, then it hits the barrier and recoils, and then you follow up with the spear, driving it through the chest and pinning it to the ground and wrenching.
And that's my last reaction.
Okay, and that's the last
zombie. I wanted to see how that reaction thing worked with the stunts, if you could follow through with them.
Yeah, it's interesting because you had to burn through a lot of chi to make it work. Really.
That's why I ran into the middle of them too, was because I specifically wanted to try that.
All right, new turn. Akemi.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
How many of the undead are still standing?
There are 4 left. The heavily injured one in front of you is still there.
I'm going to finish that one, and if I do succeed, I'm going to assist Takahara.
Okay. So finish this one first.
Okay, 16 plus 3 plus 1, 20.
Okay. Well, and what's the maximum damage on your weapon?
The katana, let's see, is 2d4, and I think.
No, it's not dice at all. It's a set number.
A set number. Okay.
Set number.
Let's see. Let me check on the document. Oh God. Scrolling down. Equipment. Armor, melee weapons.
Trouble with searching.
Katana sword. 16/80.
Yeah, it's 18 if you use it two-handed.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your strength bonus?
It's a +1.
So that's +2 when you add it to weapons. So if you're using it two-handed, that's a maximum of 20.
Okay.
Which was what you rolled anyway, I think. Okay. All right. That's it. I just wanted to double check those scores. All right. Yeah, you easily finish this one off. Lop it in half at the waist. Second action, you can move forward again. There is a crippled one grasping at Takahara's legs. There's one.
I go for that one.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, 80. 80 plus 3 plus 1.
Okay. That's enough to finish that one off because there's not much left of it. Okay, so you just step forward and neatly stab that one through the skull.
There's one more damaged one from me. For my
Then I will use my last action to get rid of another of the undead.
Okay, go for it.
Assaulting Takahara. Let's see. Okay, 13 plus 3, 16 plus 1, 17.
Okay, that's enough to finish that one off as well. So yeah, you just cut your way through 3 of them. Finally, your swords are singing true, which means there's just one left, attempting to grapple Takahara and going, ow, ow, stove hot. All right, then it's Takahara's go. This thing doesn't stand a chance.
22.
Okay. It can use its reaction to attempt to dodge or protect itself. So you got 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bring your blade towards it. It holds out its arms as if that's going to help much, but while you lop off one of its hands at the wrist, the blade gets stuck in its bone at the other side as you pull it back. So it managed to defend itself quite well, but another hit or 2 should finish it off. Second attack.
20 even.
Okay, it's got no reactions left, and that is enough to finish it off. All right. With a flourish and a swirl, you hack this one's head off. It falls off, hits the ground, and rolls off into the swamp. We are now out of combat. All around you, the bodies are decaying and turning into gloopy black mud, which starts to flow back into the swamp. What do you want to do?
I'm not sure yet.
What else is going on?
A few of the villagers sort of peek through their shutters and their doorways to look at what's going on.
I say we round up all the men and interrogate them. What did they do?
Sounds like a plan. Make it happen.
All right. Who's with me? Who wants to bust down some doors?
Okay, well, how you can bust down a door and then what? Just shout at everyone inside, or
Well,
if no one's against it.
While she's doing that, I'm going to run back up to the shrine because I want to find out about the bell.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Convincing people to come out and be interrogated about what happened. Right. So that's going to be rhetoric to get them all out to be talked to. Are you using any particular method or turn of phrase to try and get people to come out and pay account of what's happened?
I always like the point of a sword and move or die.
Do you want to threaten them?
Yeah, like threaten. Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah, so you slam open one of the sliding doors and grab the guy inside and put your blade, still sticky with the blood of the dead, up against his throat. And right, you, everyone, out! Tell me what happened. Rawr, grr.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to round up all the men.
Okay, can you make a rhetoric roll, please?
I don't know.
D20.
I roll a 10.
Okay. I will make a single representative roll for the village as a whole. And I will also give you a +2 bonus because you just slaughtered a bunch of undead. So that gives you a total of 12.
Use some of your chi to get a bonus.
True.
Make sure you get a good roll on it.
Sure.
How much do you want to spend? How much have you got?
I got 12. And
Okay.
I will spend it all.
Wait, what is her
Spend it all.
Zapan or whatever?
Huh? What is my what?
What is your? How much is your Zanshin? So your Zanshin is your bonuses of your
True.
judgment, charm, and intelligence.
My middle ones. My charm is 1. My judgment is 0. That's probably why I'm doing this. And what else you wanted?
Charm.
Charm is. It's the middle numbers I'm looking at, right?
It's
Yeah.
the bonus ones, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, +1.
Okay, so that's 2.
Yeah, 2.
So if you spend all 12 chi, you'll actually get +13 because you can do
Yeah.
1 for Zanshin and then spend the rest, which takes you to 25. Right. Now I need a representative villager. Okay. All right. Yeah. You put the fear of God into the villagers by brandishing your blade, and you're practically blazing with righteous fury.
I got zombie gook. I got bite marks from leeches. You know.
Right, so you get a whole bunch of the villagers in front of you. They all throw themselves down on the ground and bow in front of you, except for the guy you've got at blade point. Thank you for saving us. But they'll come back. They always come back.
And why is that? What happened?
Why are they coming in the first place?
Why was the shrine burnt?
The headman picks himself up and sticks out his chin and his beard and says, I take full responsibility. I'll explain everything to you. Let these good people return to their beds, please. I beg of you.
Make it so.
Okay, everyone else shuffles off looking guilty, and he comes with you into the peddler's hut and slides the door closed. All right. Because we're running relatively low on time, I will just expound on what he tells you. So, the old shrine keeper died. They don't really know why. They brought him back to the village and gave him the full funereal rites and everything, but they didn't really have a successor. Otsuru is still too young, really, to take over. She should still be in training, and they didn't want to send her out there at the time. It so happened that a wandering Buddhist priest came past and heard of their troubles and offered to take care of the shrine. A bunch of the villagers took exception to a Buddhist mendicant, basically, looking after a Shinto shrine, and they went up to the shrine to have words with him. Things got out of hand. The Buddhist priest was killed by a hothead, and then the shrine was struck by lightning and burnt down, and it killed several of the villagers. And split the bell, which fell into the swamp. Ever since then, every night, the broken bell has been tolling from beneath the water, and those who were killed at the shrine, and the body of the priest sometimes as well, have been rising from the swamp and wandering into town. So that for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they have been using salt to ward their doors and doing everything they can to keep the dead away. But they haven't been able to sleep a wink because there's constant groaning and beating against the walls of their buildings while this has been going on. But now you've come and you've destroyed all the dead, at least for now. They always come back. We've destroyed some of them before. Now there's a chance to actually do something about it.
So you guys even try to get the bell out or fix the shrine or fix any of this? Y'all just decided this is life now?
Everyone was too terrified to go near the shrine. We sent Utsuru to try and calm the spirits there, but she failed. She's too young and ignorant.
Child. I threatened the child.
Oh, now
Why
you're
are grown men sending a child to do that kind of work? What kind of honor does this village have?
She's the successor. It's her duty.
She said she was unprepared. You set her up for failure.
She was all we had.
What wisdom does that take to do something so foolish?
The wisdom of desperation. But I said I would take responsibility. I will take whatever punishment.
Yeah, you're going to come with us, and you're going to help fish out that bell.
Actually, Grim, remember I ran for the bell when these guys went over to start harassing people.
But they don't know. They just know you ran off.
Yeah. Well, they know where I'm running to.
Yeah.
Direction.
All right. He agrees, but says he will submit to the judgment of your lord, or sorry, your lady, nodding towards Akemi. Meanwhile, behind the facade of this innocent-looking sushi house, Takahara runs back out into the swamp and arrives back at the shrine. The little cooking fire is still just barely burning. You can still hear the bell tolling from somewhere in the swamp.
That's what I want to do. Is I want to head straight for the bell. So if it's in the swamp, I guess I got to go swimming.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to the bell while it's still ringing.
Make a judgment roll to zero in on where the sound's coming from.
Oh, he said it's my good one. 17 total.
Okay.
That was judgment, not defiance judgment, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was it. Judgment defiance. Yeah.
No, that's what I'm asking. Was that a judgment roll or a defiance roll?
It's a judgment defiance roll.
Okay, wait a minute. I mean, is it an attribute roll or a defiance roll?
It's a defiance roll.
Okay, so it's a failure as a defiance roll. So wait a minute, I can use my ability to roll again.
I fell over and hit my head yesterday. All right, I'm going to blame this on that.
Is it the one where you want a high number or the one where you want a low number?
Low number.
Okay, so that was a fail. So let me roll again because I got my ability I can use once to re-roll.
Yeah.
I've actually made it through all three of my special abilities then.
Oh, wow. That's good.
A good test.
4 under 12.
Okay. Right. So you wade out into the swamp, into the thick, viscous mud, which sucks at your feet, and you can't help but imagine the dead bodies down there grabbing at your legs. But fortunately, it's not what it is. You've zeroed in on where the bell is. You can't see it because it's too dark here, but prodding around with the haft of your spear, you hit something metallic.
Hold my breath and go down and try to grab it.
Okay. You hold your breath and dive down. It's completely pitch black at night down here. The water is thick with algae and all kinds of muck. But you manage to lay your hands on the bell. Hefting such an enormous bell is going to be difficult. Make an athletics roll.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one for me. 25. 19 plus.
Okay. You grab hold of the belt and you set your legs like a sumo wrestler and you heft and lift this thing out of the water. The reeds and weeds seem to cling to it almost as if they're trying to drag you both down, but you manage to get your head above the surface and heft the bell and stagger back to the shore.
Get it up on shore and get myself out of the water. And once I catch my breath, then get it back to the shrine.
It's still ringing as you carry it and hold it. The vibrations have made your arms numb. Now, all that time and effort has given time for the others and the old man to arrive at the shrine. So as you guys arrive, Takahara comes out of the swamp muck, hefting this enormous bell. How he even lifts it, you don't know. It's certainly not his diet, because he fasts all the time. What do you want to do? The bell is still tolling, even though it has no clapper. And the hammer for ringing it otherwise isn't there, and the bell itself is split.
First we gotta get it to the shrine, and then we gotta figure out how to fix the split. And then this man that we dragged here, he's going to start praying every day to the shrine once we fix it for amends. And if his god kills him, his god kills him. So first we need to fix the bell. Anybody have anything that can go into the split? Am I muted?
Nope, we hear you.
Oh,
Okay.
People just can't figure out what to do.
Yeah, we're thinking. We're thinking.
So when I get the bell up there, I say, to the others as they just arrive, it's obvious has something to do with the bell. Did you find out what the source was?
Yeah, a jerk's killing a Buddhist monk, and then the
A Buddhist. Why was a Buddhist at this Shinto shrine?
Because the shrine master died. They had no replacement. So this guy came from nowhere, decided, hey, I'll help. And they didn't like that. They didn't like the help. So they killed him.
And then it started? Excuse me. And I go up to overlook the water. And I start doing the Buddhist prayers and start calling out to the other spirit of the Buddhist who was obviously killed, in wrong, and see if I can pray to his spirit and calm him down.
Okay.
Right.
I will actually just
while
allow
he's doing
that.
I was going to cast a spell at the same time.
Okay.
Talisman of Proper Rest. It's Destiny Void. Chi is 6. Difficulty is 20. Judgment, Defiance if unwilling. This is touch. Casting time takes a turn. It's instant. I offer an undead creature or spirit a temporary correction of its spiritual status. On success, I choose 1. A weak dead collapse into ordinary remains. A ghost ceases hostile long enough to speak. A corpse-bound spirit is released from the body of a misnamed dead person. Accepts a temporary name. A controlled corpse servant. Blah blah. Restless undead withdraws from the scene of its grievance if its grievance is acknowledged. This does not permanently solve a major haunting unless the underlying obligation is already addressed. So I'll spend my 1, for a +10.
Zanshin.
Thank you.
You'll remember it eventually.
I can't remember that word for the life of me. It just won't stay in my head. And that was a crit +10 for 30.
Okay.
Oh, and
All
plus
right.
3 for 33. Sorry.
Okay. So The bell is retrieved and put back in the shrine. Takahara goes and looks out over the waters and starts calling to his spiritual brother and chanting sutras. While
Exactly.
While Abe goes through his mystical transfigurations, and as a result of them, the bell ceases tolling, and an apparition, completely white from head to toe, of a Buddhist priest appears, floating slightly above the ground in front of Takahara. His neck is broken, lent to one side. One eye is hanging out of its socket against his cheek. He's burnt down one side of his body, but he still has his big prayer beads around his neck. So, brother, they killed me.
I will get them to pay penance for your death. Raise a temple in your honor. But you can't keep bringing their dead back. You can't keep haunting this place. We are above that.
I can't leave until they acknowledge what they did.
We will have them all acknowledge it. Would you like us to bring them here to acknowledge you?
The one man you have with you will do. Bring him to me.
So I yell for the headman.
I kick him over.
He tries to shrink back, but he's so terrified he can hardly move as you manhandle him forward. The priest steps up to him and says, I tried to help. I tried to maintain your shrine according to your beliefs, and you came here and you repaid my kindness with violence, with blood. So the only way to make penance is with blood. And he holds out his hands towards the little old man and hands him a small knife, kind of like a scalpel, and a little book of sutras. And he says, copy them with this. The little old man just sort of nods between shaking and pissing himself. And then the spirit of the monk gradually dissipates out into the swamp. And that oppressive feeling stops and the bell no longer rings. Things are brought to a resolution, and the little old man will spend the rest of his days writing Buddhist sutras in his own blood, which is a thing, apparently, that a lot of people did to show penance. Mm. They're quite famous.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that.
Before we leave, we'll help the village rebuild the shrine and that.
Yeah.
And then we get them
to pay for materials. So.
Yeah, and then we get them to build a Buddhist shrine outside of at the other end of the village to pay respects. Or else.
Yep, that all makes sense to me. All right, so everyone got one experience dice. Who do we think claimed the morality one here? The cover up or expose. I guess you exposed it, and that was as a result of Midori's intimidation. So yeah. Midori gets another experience dice. So that's 2. Confronting the enemy in its lair, Takahara was the one who did that the most, I think. So Takahara can claim that experience dice. And honoring the dead could go to Abe or Takahara. Speak now or forever hold their peace.
I think I'm the one who did that too, because I mean I'm the one who start praying. I'm the one to make sure the shrine is done. I'm the one.
No, only one person can claim it. So you can either argue or roll off or
Well, that was my opinion why I think I should get it. So,
well, my opinion why I should get it. This is my whole purpose. This is what I've been doing since the second I showed up.
Yep, but unfortunately, you didn't. I did.
Okay, both roll a d20. Both roll a d20.
All the work I did was related
I got that.
to honoring the dead.
I got that, but I still got there first.
All right, both roll a d20. Whoever gets highest gets the experience
16.
dice. Okay.
15.
Okay, so it's another experience dice for Takahara. Lastly, remember you all set yourselves a goal for the session.
Yeah, I didn't get one.
Did anyone get theirs?
Oh yeah.
No,
I made all that geary on casting horoscopes for NPCs.
Yep.
Well, I guess that Amico doesn't get any.
Or you get one anyway. Everyone gets one. Did Midori do her goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, sneaking around for information. Though you did get most of your information by threatening people at Blade Point.
Yeah, so I'll say no. No.
50-50. I'll 50-50. I'll roll a dice.
Okay.
No, you don't get the experience dice.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand.
We don't have time to do that now because I need to go and lay down. But note down how many experience dice you got, and you can either roll them between sessions and figure out what you advance, or we can do it at the start of next session. Remember, having multiple dice does not mean you get multiple level ups. It means you roll each one and then you pick one of the results.
Yeah, it was the same as we did last time.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. That will do for tonight. That was a bit more of a supernatural one. You dealt with the zombies a bit easier than I thought. Please message me any feedback on anything about the session.
Okay.
I think some points were raised before. Yeah, and that'll do. Thanks for playing. I need to take some painkillers and lay down. I will see you all later. Thanks to people who are watching. And if anyone else wants to give any feedback, email or Discord or wherever else you can find me, YouTube comments, all of that sort of thing. Hit me up. Let me know. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Night. Have a good one.